All right. Good evening. Hopefully we're getting out there. Hope everybody's having a good night. My name is Scott Allen, and you are on the Post AMC Earnings Pounce live stream. Yes, we're all so excited. So excited. It's truly a historic time. Why does it say I have no data being sent? I think the hedgies are messing with me, guys. I don't know. Like clearly there's data being sent. I can see my streaming rate. The devil is in the house, gentlemen, the and ladies. The devil is in the house. Jack is wearing a shirt. So I just thought I would riff here just a little bit. And while, you know, people show up and then realize realize what we're talking about and then leave, and then that's a cycle. Um, my question is, when do the APE shares become available for short selling? That's what I want to know, because we've already seen some tweets, completely dropping the ball on this thing, saying stuff like, well, this is going to it's going to moon, obviously. This new ape, I almost want to say coin, but it's not a coin. This new ape thing is going to moon, right? Because there will be no shorts. Because the only people who ever sell are shorts. But speaking of which, selling, not shorts. Check this out. AMC number 7 on Fidelity orders. 2,800 buy orders, 3,100 sell orders. I don't check this every day, but there was more selling by retail investors on the Fidelity platform today than buying. That's a fact, Jack. So actually, there was a lot of selling across the board, profit taking, probably, right? So I suppose it could be short selling. Notably, GameStop had more buying than selling, but just by a little bit, just by a marginal nominal amount. But even stuff like Tesla, AMD, Amazon, not Apple, of course, not Apple. God forbid Apple. Nvidia, Baba, Meta, and others. So don't let the mainstream financial media sit there and say, and these analysts, these Goldman Sachs analysts, sit there and say, and market participants have lost their marbles. These people are just buying everything. They're buying everything, and they're buying some stuff. They're buying Intel. They're buying Lucid. But square this with the actual market and the swings that we see. Yeah, this typical Wall Street analyst garbage. So don't let them sit there and say retail investors are screwing this up. They're going to force the Fed to raise rates higher with all of this nonsense, ridiculous buying. Bullshit. I've already heard it. I already heard it this morning. I heard it this morning before the market even opened on Bloomberg. So, whatever. Nonsense. But anyway, here, AMC, more selling than buying, of course, today. And we've seen comments on Twitter and on YouTube videos, basically fleshing this out. Apes, saying, I'm out. We have some in the chat here right now. Today we got pounced. Yeah. So I know what we're going to hear from some of these guys. I haven't looked at any of these videos yet, but my predictions are that Antoinette will show up right now, and there she is. I'm right. Hi, Antoinette. So, like what Tanko's saying here, the pounce meant AMC would drop from 1975 to 16. And that's true. I think that we're going to hear from these grifters. I think we're going to hear, well, AMC always drops after earnings, even if the earnings are good, which it's like, were the earnings good? Okay. But the earnings, the stock performance is always bad right after earnings. It's like a week after, then it'll shoot up. Okay, yeah. To turn a phrase on them, kicking the can down the road. They're kicking the can down the road. They don't want to acknowledge, realize, or whatever. So they can kick the can all they want to. So anyway, let's see here. With that said, oh yeah, the options. I mean, I closed Thinkorswim because I was trying to make things run a little smoother here, which is funny because, with the video we're about to watch, and you'll see what I mean. But so, oh shit, what was I saying? Oh, the options, yeah. Oh man, there are so many. $20. I mean, I was just scanning through it. The 20 strike call. Oh my god. Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath. I mean, and the thing is, the calls went up today. A lot of percents. I mean, I guess the market could reverse. It could gap up tomorrow. It could do anything. I mean, we don't know. It could do anything. But all indications are that the trap was set, and a lot of people walked right into it. So yeah, those $15 options, $20 options. The call to put ratio was like 4-to-1. It was like 400,000. It was crazy. I'll pull it up somewhere later, maybe. And yes, of course, Lynn, you can share a thought about Adam Aaron in an effort to keep things moving, or at least not have any unexpected surprises. Just let me know, or I'll open the live stream voice chat channel. When we want to do that. But yeah, that would be great because you have an insight into the corporate world that I certainly don't. Antoinette doesn't know what to believe about this APE dividend. Yeah, I don't either. Except the only thing I can say is that the GameStop one worked so well at achieving the objective. And, we had a live stream about that. We had all those catalysts listed. And the share split dividend, whatever, I refuse to use that portmanteau word. I'm not going to say it. We see how well that worked. So, that was a failed catalyst. I don't know how this is any different, but the narrative is it'll expose the naked shorts. Well, that didn't really work out for GameStop, did it? Although, yeah, GameStop was up about 0.5% today. Or I'm sorry, just over 1% today, about 50 cents, 43 cents. Rule 43 in effect. So, take that for what you will. But, man, it would have been nice if it had been up 69 cents. That would have been the shit. Okay, AMTD. AMTD. Brush oral care. And people buying Occidental Petroleum. Can't get enough of that. Okay. Sold some AMC calls today. I think you are saying that you closed them, right? So you had bought them and now you sold them to close them, not sold calls as in sold them to open a position, right? So that's good that you took the profit. That's really good. 1 penny per share dividend. That's it. Tony D is taking a day to digest information. So I'm waiting for his input. Yeah, we're all waiting. We're all waiting for that. And looking forward to hear Lynn again. Sold covered calls. That would have been a good idea this week. But she closed her position. So took profits. So with all of that said, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Let's go to Jack Hunter, who is wearing a shirt. And before you all jump on me about the quality of this video that I'm about to play, let me just tell you, this is in his video, okay? I know we're used to it being in my streaming setup, but this choppiness, there is actually an AMC YouTuber, happens to be a grifter, named Jack Hunter. His streaming setup or recording, whatever, YouTube technical setup is seemingly worse than Scotty's, okay? And you'll hear what I mean. I checked this on another source, another connection, and it's not me. It ain't me. Just wanted to say that. I actually checked. So anyway, here we go. Tell us how it is, Jack.
Hey guys,
lay it
it's
on
Jackson
us.
Hunter. I'm back with another AMC stock update.
That's all in his video. That's not my playback. It's funny. So we still got the picture on the wall or whatever, diploma and the fan, but the internet connection is compromised. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, it's Jackson Hunter. I'm back with another AMC stock update. Today is Thursday, August 4th. Please hit the like button. Please smash that subscribe button. I love and appreciate you. We're going to go over AMC's dividend that they announced today, and we're going to go over the earnings call as well. So AMC stock up 2.47% on the day, ending the regular trade now $18.66 per share on a volume of 59 million. So I was right about that volume steadily increasing. This is not financial advice.
Oh, yeah, you were right about the volume steadily increasing. 59 million. Wow. Yeah, and at least on Fidelity anyways. More of that was selling by retail investors here. Oh, but overall it went up by 2.5%, so there must have been more buying, right? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's what I say in my content. So check out right here.
Jesus Christ,
looks like
Jack.
Really just choppy waters, and then this
choppy waters like your fucking sound.
Decline right here was right after the announcement of the dividend. Go figure. But in any case, we got levels right here. So we got no real limit buy orders to speak of.
Well, it was right after the earnings announcement. I think so, unless you timed it to the minute of when that was announced, but I don't know. And certainly there is cause for concern in those earnings. I'm not going to go over the earnings. I have no interest in sitting here picking through these earnings. There's plenty of these dudes doing that, and we'll probably see some of them do it. If there's anything we need to correct, we can do that. But I have no interest in picking through these earnings. But there's plenty of cause for concern in those earnings. It ain't too rosy. Even Tony DeNaro thinks so. So, hey, here we go.
Heavy limit sell
Even
orders
Tony.
At this $19.40 to $19.80 region, and in after hours you got that limit sell of $19.80. 80 giant transactional size. So check this out right here. If you want to get up to 10 free stocks, click my referral link
gotta
in the
push that
description
shit, especially
below.
now.
Through MooMoo, engage.
Especially now.
Stock open win for you. Preferred equity units.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
MooMoo does not engage in payment for order flow. So,
yeah, right.
The big news: AMC Entertainment Holdings announces special dividend of AMC preferred equity units, otherwise known as APE. So it's going to be paid at the close of business on August 19th. It has a par value of 1 cent per share. I saw some people going, well, 1 penny, that's not worth anything. The 1 cent is an arbitrary value. So once it starts trading on the New York Stock Exchange, the value will be determined by you and I, and maybe institutions will be able to buy it. So it's going to be determined by supply and demand, just like every other ticker on the New York Stock Exchange. So it's going to start August 22nd. That's coming up in like 2-3 weeks. So this is going to be happening pretty shortly here. Really stoked about it. So you're going to have AMC stock, and then you're also going to have APE. All right. So every share of AMC stock that you own, you're going to receive 1 APE. If you own 1,000 shares of AMC, you're going to have 1,000 APE. Now, does this dilute the stock? Not at all. It is non-dilutive, okay? This does not dilute anything, all right? But they are only issuing 516,820,595 APE per the 516,820,595 AMC shares. Well, what happens if there's more than 516 million AMC shares?
Oh, here we go.
Check this out right here. We got Adam Aaron's comments on the day. In this important tweet storm, a dozen messages explain a bull step. We broke out the 3D chessboard and got creative. Today we pounce. So the financials, everything, the revenue was really good. I'm going to talk about that in a second from the earnings call. It's really good.
Really
AMC
good.
Preferred
don't worry about that. Hey, don't worry about the
shares.
numbers.
Read this open.
It's really good.
Open letter.
It's all
you
good.
guys can go on his Twitter and read the letter. I'm not going to bore you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
He explains in detail what's going to be happening. So these 516 million new AMC preferred equity units will trade on the New York Stock Exchange with the symbol APE. Man, this is historical. This is
historical. It's historical. Yes, it happened in the past. It is from a past world, a past life. A much griftier one.
Stock split
Jesus
of common
fuck.
shares, but nonetheless quite similar. Okay, you'll get 1 APE tax-free as a stock dividend for each 1 AMC common share that you own. At least for now, this big news today is not dilution, as the AMC preferred equity unit dividends all go and only go to existing owners of company issued common shares.
Yeah, all that choppiness in the video, that's on his end. That's baked into his video. I don't know why. It's not the first time. It's certainly not the first time that his video has been fucked up in terms of the audio, but I just want to put that out there because normally it's my fault. Today it's not.
It says the share price will fall, but your value will be the sum of 1 share plus 1 APE. Different, but similar to a 2-to-1 stock split of common shares. Now, candidly, I've seen no evidence so-called fake or synthetic shares exist, but many of you disagree. This preferred equity dividend goes only, in all caps, to company-issued shares. So
in all caps,
it will have
that means something.
Of a share count.
That really means something. Oops.
Many of you have sought. We also will be giving a free I Own APE NFT to all existing AMC Investor Connect members and new members joining by August 31st. You can also get a free second version of the I Own AMC NFT originally issued this past winter. Now,
so let's be honest here. That's the real catalyst here. The real catalyst is the I Own APE NFT and or the reissue, and we all know how valuable reissues are, of the original I Own AMC NFT. So they may not be diluting AMC shares, but they're diluting the I Own AMC NFT. Believe it. Believe it.
The I Own AMC NFT originally issued this past winter. Now, here are my notes. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the live stream. We had a ball, man. It was good vibes. It was like the early days in AMC, man. So here we go. AMC
doubtful.
dividend, obviously the biggest news. My favorite thing about the dividend is that it's going to be a share count, okay? Do I know what it's going to do to the share price? I don't. I'm not going to act like I do. Nobody knows what's going to happen, okay? But what I like about it is that it is a share count, all right? Revenue and adjusted EBITDA, never know really how to say that. EBITDA exceeded expectations. Stock dividend only going to shareholder base. Best second quarter in 3 years.
Who else do fucking dividends go to, Jack?
59 million moviegoers
besides shareholders.
At AMC in quarter 2. That's up 168%
compared to
last year's Q2.
The last year, Q2, right? Because COVID was still a big problem last year, Q2.
Positive adjusted EBITDA of $107 million. That's an improvement of $258 million year over year. Positive operating cash of $52 million. That's an improvement of $178 million year over year. Strongest box office since 2019.
Oh, yay.
Nicole Kidman signed as spokesperson for another full year.
Oh, yay.
Adam Aaron said, don't expect a whole...
Nicole Kidman agreed to take money from AMC. Wow, that'll help the bottom line.
Lot from, blockbuster movies in Q3, but Q4 it's going to be a different story with Avatar 2 and with Black Panther 2. There's a couple other big ones as well.
Right.
Revenue per patron 27% higher this quarter year over year.
Well, you know what? You know what? There's this thing that's going around, not COVID, not monkeypox. Inflation. So get out of here with that shit.
I already read it.
Revenue. Who cares? Who fucking cares about revenue? Tell me profit. Let's see the I mean, I'm not going to go look it up. But they never say that. They always talk about revenue growth. Yeah. Who cares? What about your fucking gross margin? Is it down like a lot of shit? A lot of margin was down in these companies. Revenue per patron 27% higher. Yeah, because we got 27% inflation. The fuck?
And he said hashtag today we pounce. So the pounce was the dividend. If you didn't catch that.
Yeah.
His Wall Street Journal writer friend told him that the dividend was a quote unquote genius move. Dividend will serve same purpose as share count. APE will only go to holders of company issued and outstanding.
Yeah, you already said that, Jack.
Shares. No dilution from initial issuance associated with the stock dividend.
You already said that too.
It's similar to a 2-for-1 stock split.
You already said that too.
516 million shares.
You already said that too.
516 million APE. The conversion from APE to AMC shares can only happen with shareholder approval down the road.
What difference does it make? What difference does it make if it's AMC shares or not? Essentially, the company has two tickers. It's like these grifters starting a second YouTube channel. That's exactly kind of how it is. So they have another opportunity to take your money. Okay? And they expect people to care about it. and think that it's going to be any different. I don't know. But what difference does it make? It's all going to the same balance sheet at the end of the day.
Currency could lead to acquisition. Okay, so that APE could open up lanes for acquisitions. Now,
great, like the gold mine, which has been such a great acquisition. You know, it's just gimmick after gimmick with this company, gimmick after gimmick, and I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to gauge sentiment and see, but I can already tell you that a lot of people are not going for this bullshit. They're not going for this bullshit at all. Like I said, and gauging by the fidelity, selling outweighing the buying. So explain that one. Apes aren't selling. Of course not. All right. Jack does Jack. Look at this. Jack does Jack.
Video on just the dividend. I dropped this like 30 minutes after the announcement. So check this out. It's on my channel. Love you guys so much. Again, if you want to get 10 free stocks, click my referral link in the description below. And it's a good day, man. So share this video, comment, do all that YouTube stuff.
It's a good day.
For tomorrow's update. Peace.
Okay. Comment analysis here real quick. Since AMC will still have 4.5 billion shares of APE to hold as currency. What? He said up there in the video that there would be 516 million shares of APE, not 4.5 billion, because that's what this, market scholar here believes that the synthetic share count is 4.5 billion. I think the plan is to sell the APE shares to the short banks and head. Shut the. I'm not even going to fucking read that comment. What a fucking mayo brain. Will the APE just show up in my account, or do I have to do something to get them? Yeah, you have to register for Wax, and register for Moomoo, and all that kind of stuff. What happens if I sell APE? Can someone else buy APE? Can only AMC shareholders buy APE? Yeah, that's it. You got it, man. Do I have to sell AMC if I sell my APE, or the other way around? Sell APE if I sell AMC? There's a lot of questions for me, which is why I don't like it. Yeah. That is a good microcosm for this investing community right here. Can only certain people buy it? Yes, they're going to check your ID. And you have to be born after 1990. Oh, nope. Sorry, you can't buy it, Kevin. You don't get yours. The problem is if people sell the APE dividend, the shorts will buy it cover. Well, I don't know about that. People are certainly going to sell it, but what will anyone be willing to pay for it? Who knows? But that's a good point. It probably, I assume, that it will be shorted. So that'll be fun. Do we have to vote, and how to vote? Nope. They don't care what you think. What do I do if my shares are synthetic and I don't receive a 1-for-1 APE? Which broker? Fix your videos. Too glitchy. See? Kalik Brown. He knows. Apes will expose the fake shares. Yes. Then they will expose the devil. The devil is hiding out in his bunker. All right. So here's the next one. This is New York Angelo. Here's the thumbnail. Dividend is a bad idea. Dividend is a bad idea. So diametrically opposed? Maybe. Maybe it's one of these opposite day type titles, thumbnails. Like he wants to manipulate the ape's emotions. Be like, what? He's saying it's a bad idea. Well, I think it's a good idea. And then you watch the video, and he's actually like, all up Adam Aaron's ass about it. I don't know. Haven't watched it yet. Let's find out.
Well, guys, I'm not sure that the dividend story is the best story of the day. Obviously, nobody else cares about the earnings anyway. But Adam Aaron is trying to break down the whole information, misinformation, and the delivering of the dividend. So let's see some details around the synthetic shares and how he actually sees this potential dividend helps to identify this. So Adam Aaron said that I've seen no evidence of
Look, I'm going to say it again. This was exactly the plan and the thing that they would rely on for GameStop. Oh, yes. And not just for GameStop, for AMC too. And it didn't do shit. In fact, the price decreased, and so did the fucking volume. That's the other argument. Now, I know this is not the same in that respect, but nonetheless, the GameStop deal was a total bust. I mean, it was a complete failure. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be honest and clear about it. It was a total fucking failure. It did absolutely nothing. And we basically were saying that here, you know, well before it happened. But so you have precedent. You have, oh, but it's not the same. It really doesn't matter. The ultimate goal is the same. When we do the stock split, and if there's all these people holding the shares, then, but see I think what the apes don't understand is, like, if you bought a share that was sold to you by a short seller, how do you deal with that? Well, there's only one share there. Who does the dividend go to? It goes to the owner of the share who lent it out. Or it goes to the person who's holding the share. I don't remember. It's been so long since I looked into this shit. But the point is, though, okay? Here's the point. They both don't get it because it's only one share. I think it might depend on how the thing is contractually set up. I don't know. Somebody probably knows that's here. But anyway, regardless, both people don't get it because there's only one share. It was lent and it was sold again, and it will be returned to the person to whom it belongs. So it's not a synthetic share. So both people are not going to get the dividend. Both people are not going to get this. Only 516 million shares will be issued to match the float, which is probably all that's being traded. And the GameStop thing didn't expose anything. It exposed, gullibility and things like that. So I really fail to see how this would be any different. If any ape wants to fill us in, because I haven't heard it yet from Jackie. Maybe Angie will tell us how it will be any different. But if they really wanted to be convincing, they would address the GameStop thing and say, yeah, well, I acknowledge that it didn't work for GameStop, but it's going to work for Amy. It's going to work for Amy. All right, I'll shut up.
Called fake or synthetic shares exist, but many of you disagree. This preferred equity dividend goes only to company issued shares, so it will have an impact of the share count or unique dividend many of have sold. Essentially, I don't know what kind of chess he's playing, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 8D chess, but if he publicly state and continue to stay behind his statement that there is no synthetic shares, I don't know what we're looking into at this point. I understand he's not gonna publicly announce it, but at least he could say that, the share count is the part of verifying the existence of those synthetic shares. But he essentially, breaks down another huge expectations by this pounce. I really don't know what he's trying to deliver as a message. And I guess probably most of you wonder, but okay, if the dividend doesn't...
New York Angelo, confused about the future of his grift. I can tell you that. He doesn't know where it's going, how it will shake out. None of us do. But we know that there are people who are buying into it. The question is, will it be enough to sustain this tertiary market? This, it's kind of this cancerous market. That's what it is. It's a cancerous market of AMC hopium grift. I don't know. Remains to be seen. Certainly throws a new dynamic into the equation, doesn't it?
Doesn't bring more money if it's not cash dividend, okay. If it's not share dividend, which it isn't, right? If the dividend won't help to expose or verify the synthetic shares in the circulation, why the heck we need this, right? Because the company would spend a lot of money. 516 million shares float, 1 cent each, right? $5 million they will be spent nowhere for whatever reason, right? without any point. Look at this.
Well, there's a point. You know, it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. See, Adam Aaron knows that his shareholder base is largely uninformed. Okay, I'm gonna tell it like it is. He knows, based on the fact that they believe in these conspiracy theories, and they won't shut up about it at all on his Twitter. He knows. So he's probably taken that a little bit overboard and thinks that, oh yeah, okay, we'll do this. It won't cost us that much money to get him to shut up. That's kind of how I'm seeing this at this point, based on the questions that Angelo's asking. Because yeah, what is the point of it? There is no point except smoke and mirrors, except to portray the appearance of, oh yeah, you know, this is what you guys, we're doing what the shareholders wanted. When at the end of the day, it's meaningless. And, you know, 3D chess though, right?
So for each of your AMC shares, after the dividend, you instead will have one AMC common stock and one APE. This is the equity dividend. Also, Alameda is saying that the value will be sum of one share plus one APE. The important part is that Alameda said that expectations over here are that the stock price would decline. Why? Because the big dogs on Wall.
I like how he skipped the part where it said logic says the price will fall. So it's still Angelo here, even though, you know, he's throwing a glass of cold water on this a little bit. It's still Angelo skipping lines that he doesn't like. Yep.
Also, Alameda is saying that the value will be sum of one share plus one APE. The important part is that Alameda said that expectations over here are that the stock price would decline. Why? Because the big dogs on Wall Street know exactly what.
Then he rephrases it.
Alameda doesn't want to confirm that this is kind of a stock split, right? This is not something similar to what GameStop did, because what GameStop did was, in my opinion, something very, very bad. Absolutely no effect towards the price action, you know, for exposing the shorts and having some enforcement around the potential prices. Just the stock prices was slashed, right? We saw that. Over here, Alameda is saying that, you know, you can look into this equity dividend as a stock 2-to-1 stock split, but a little different. And when people do stock split when the stock is very, very high, very, very expensive, and there is a huge demand for it. Well, there could be a huge demand from the hedges for AMC shares, but the stock is not expensive. $15, $16.
Well, good thing that there was plenty of retail investors selling their shares today. That was very good for the hedgies. So good job, apes.
I was extremely negative.
Yeah, he does seem crushed. He seems like
or trading around $15.
You know,
remember I told you around Friday we
he doesn't know. He's like on the fence about totally pivoting, I think, like to being like super bearish and disparaging about AMC and the apes. Like, I don't know. I could see it. I could see it happening. Like, this is like, it's not low energy. I mean, it is, but it's sad energy. Like, he's a sad boy right now. Like, this is
around $8-15, and you saw what happened after market close, 6-7% down. And the point over here is something that you can read behind the lines, that, you know, this is future opportunity for Alameda in the future to look into raising more funds, which is not a bad thing. But people, you know, when people hear the company wants to raise funds, first thing that comes to their mind is that issuing more shares. This is what during the shareholder meeting Alameda said, you know, this dividend step helps us, you know, further down the road, and, you know, helps AMC moving forward. So again, means that there is something in the future that is connected with this particular move. still nobody
What,
knows
like,
what exactly is.
hopefully not going out of business, going into bankrupt, being liquidated, like something in the future it's connected with. Maybe the dream of becoming profitable again. I don't know. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, with all due respect to Adameron and, you know, all the work that he has done with the company and acquiring other companies, this particular dividend on the surface for me appears to be some kind of these useless NFTs that he you know, gave away, like Highcroft HYMC NFT, which is worthless. Last year he gave one that is particular AMC, like golden one, like a coin.
To commemorate all the options that the apes have bought that become worthless. Let's think of it that way. You know, if you bought a $20 call expiring tomorrow, this dividend's for you.
Not to mention, you know,
NFT,
some of the Batman NFTs were extremely bad quality still. Like, it's kind of a symbolic move, in my opinion, guys. Doesn't
Smoke
have
and mirrors.
A direct impact over the squeeze. That's the
What
biggest
squeeze?
downside I'm seeing so far. Like, the hype
what
is...
motherfucking squeeze are you talking about? I don't want to ever hear him say that word again. I mean, really, none of these guys should ever say that word again. But what squeeze are you talking about? Like the downward squeeze? The negative, reverse, inverse, gamma squeeze? What the fuck?
Over
Come on,
here,
Angie. Don't do this.
Then when he announced it, it went lower, and as more time goes by, you know, the hype is going lower and lower. Because people are confused and people don't actually understand what is the idea for AMC to spend $5.1 million for nothing.
Well, they don't even understand what it is. They don't even understand if they can sell it to other people or not. Like, they don't understand that if they sell, they're not sure that if they sell their AMC shares, do they have to sell their ape shares too, or vice versa? Like, they have no clue whatsoever, which of course leaves plenty of room for misinterpretation, for gaslighting, and all these type of things, right? And I'm sure that we'll get into some of that stuff. I don't know what Trey, if anything, Trey has said, but you know, if it's going to be brain dead, wrong, you know, right down the middle of the narrative take, it's going to be coming from him. To check that out.
Verification without any fixture on the float of the circulation of the way of the stock is trading. Essentially, no solution has been made or offered on the table.
All right, so we know what he said. All right, I agree. I agree.
Let me know in the comment section.
All right. Yeah, we don't need to listen to another minute of that. That's good. Okay. So he is, I mean, his hair is he's all disheveled looking. I mean, he's looking down. Yeah, he don't know what to think. And, you know, I guess his whole world's been thrown upside down. He's been removed from his natural habitat of grifting, of being able to just, you know, run a clean grift. And he's burning oil right now. He's not sure. Look, here's Tony De Niro. Okay, Clay Bro. The truth behind the dividend. All right. Oh, God. It's going to be such propaganda. Now, I wanted to see... well, let me go to here. So... here's a video that Manny pasted over. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's super short. Antoinette's back. Hi. Hello. Welcome back.
The AMC hopium dealers.
Oh.
The con men, the
Oliver's
grifters.
Papa. Right? Yes, Oliver's Papa.
The AMC hopium dealers, the con men, the grifters, the used car salesmen. None of them really know what to make of this. The only guy who's been a straight shooter is that Wrench Capital guy, Nico. He's the only one who's actually explained what's going on here.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? All right. So what is Nico? Nico! What does Nico say? Nico, the objective Nico, Nico wrench. What is he?
Quick reminder, guys, my
Oh,
personal
what?
scalp setup.
Oh my God. What? Oh my God. Everything's being turned upside down today. Maybe he does it after that, but he normally does it right away. Oh my God. I'm at a loss for words.
Quick reminder, guys, my personal scalp setup alerts unusual options activity platinum one-on-one. That link is down below. Price does go up over time. Get grandfathered in. Big video today. Let's get into it.
Oh my God. Quick reminder right at the beginning, I'm raising my prices because I'm a used car real estate agent, seller, slime ball.
What's up, guys? Over at Rich Capital. Look, we got the pounce. We got AMC's earnings, but the bigger story here is the special dividend. Now, look, it's very in-depth.
Go home. We love you. You're very special.
It's rather confusing. I went through the entire document and listened to the majority of the earnings call to get everything I need to present to you.
Sweet.
Exactly what this stuff means, the dividend more so, in easy to understand in a condensed format, okay? We're not here to talk over anyone's heads. The document's already...
How is it so hard to understand? I don't understand. I don't understand how it's so hard for these clowns to understand. Like the Oracle himself, Nico Wrench Capital, he had to digest it and read the whole thing and, you know, formulate a plan on how to present it to the apes because it's so complicated. Okay?
Do that enough. Let's just understand it and move on with our day. Okay, first of all, earnings, this is what we got, guys. We reported a 20-cent loss, and then for rev, we got 1.17 billion. Now, these are the expectations. We got a loss of 19 cents and a loss of 22 cents, and revenue 1.16 to 1.18 billion. Now, the reason expectations come from a variety of sources, okay? It's not set in stone. I know a lot of people think that it kind of is. It's not. There's going to be different numbers floating around, and today, expectations were a little more all over the board. So depending on what source you look at, it might say AMC beat, it might say AMC met, or it might say AMC missed. But you can see here, we were kind of like a meet if you average all these together. Okay, that's not the story here. The story here is the special dividend. Now, let me explain this to you. AMC put out the press release, okay, and then Adam Aaron put out some tweets, and he also talked about it on the earnings call. AMC will be issuing a special dividend, and that will be paid on August 19th. Okay, now let me explain this to you. First of all, shareholders of common stock are going to receive one quote-unquote AMC preferred equity unit per share that they own. Okay, now, I want to get into this a little bit later as well, but there's really three dates to be aware of. There is the record date, which is August 15th, the payment date, which is when these go out, which is August 19th, it's a Friday, and then the ex-dividend date is August 22nd. I'm going to explain that, why that's important in a second, okay? Again, this dividend is expected right now to be paid on August 19th, that Friday, and these units, the preferred equity units, are expected to trade on the New York Stock Exchange under ticker symbol APE, APE, okay? And he continuously said as an AMC preferred equity. Okay, now, first of all, each one of these units is designed to have equal economic and voting rights.
By the way, you know, let me just say, isn't that cute? AMC preferred equity. The motherfucker who came up with that. That's some marketing fuckery right there. Oh, it's fucking great. These fucking marketers.
One share of common stock.
God.
Okay, so for every share of AMC that you hold, you're going to get one, I guess, share unit of APE, APE. Okay, makes sense so far? Well, let's move on here. The ex-dividend date and the record date, you guys need to be aware of this because even AMC is putting out conflicting information. Now, I'm going to explain this to you guys and show you kind of what I would do. Because again, they're themselves, the company is putting out information that is conflicting, okay? I don't even know if they realize it, but they should be more clear with this, but I'm going to explain it and then tell you guys what I would personally do. Also, at the end of the video, once this is like thick, dense, heavy stuff, I'm going to try to explain it as easy as possible. At the end of the video, I need to relay a warning that AMC actually put out. This isn't my warning. The company put this out in the press release, and I'm going to relay it to you once we get through this, okay? So just stay with me here. I understand this is kind of boring, but also not really. So here, take a look. And I'm going to hide myself so you can actually see what the hell's going on. Look here. The record date, and I'll explain what this means, is August 15th. Okay, it's expected to be paid on August August 19th. The ex-dividend date is August 22nd, the following Monday after the payment date. Okay?
Okay.
What does this mean? Here's how this usually works, guys. Usually, you'll have the ex-dividend date first in that chain of events, and then one business day after, you'll have the record date, and then, you know, a number of days later, however many, you'll have the payment date. Now, with special dividends, companies, if they're doing this special dividend, right, they might mix up that order. The reason being is because they don't want the ex-dividend date ahead of the other two to kind of unfairly affect stock price. Because here's what can happen on ex-dividend dates. That day, people who buy are no longer eligible to receive the dividend. So oftentimes you see, if there's a special dividend, like a one-time big one-off payment, sometimes you see on ex-dividend days, the stock fall or kind of dump off depending on how big the dividend is. This is a little bit of a different scenario. Again, I'm going to issue that warning or relay that warning more at the end and explain something that AMC didn't explain themselves. But typically, again, you get ex-dividend date, one business day later, the record date. The record date is the date that the shareholders on the books are the ones eligible for the dividend. Now, the ex-dividend day is a day prior to that because they want you to make purchase.
You're talking about dividends that actually are worth something, like 50 cents a share, or, you know, $2.25 a share. Like, okay.
This is a day before the ex-dividend day, okay? So that there's the T+2 settlement for the record date. Does that make sense? So you buy before the ex-dividend date, right? And since that's one day before the record date, you have T+2 for those shares that purchase to settle. So you're in the books for the record date, so you get the dividend on the payment date. This is mixed up because I expect, because AMC doesn't want the ex-dividend date to unfairly affect stock price heading into the payment date, or the date that these go out. So here's what they said. Look, they said, if an investor, and this is straight from their document, if an investor sells our common stock before the ex-dividend date, they will not be entitled to AMC preferred equity unit. Alternatively, if a person buys our common stock before the ex-dividend date, right here, they will be entitled to receive the AMC preferred equity unit dividend. Okay, well, it gets paid on August 19th. So I'm reading this and I'm thinking, okay, so there's going to be some due bills sent out, over the weekend or on August 19th, and things are going to settle probably on the 22nd. But then here I am listening to the earnings call, and Adam Aaron on air says, those who have shares as of the record date, completely conflicting what the document says. If it was me, I would ensure that if I didn't own anything yet, that I'm buying, or if I wanted to buy more, that I'm buying before the record date of August 15th, just to be safe, because that's what came out of Adam Aaron's mouth. I don't care what the document says. If Adam Aaron is saying the record date, what's the hurt in buying, a week early? Okay, or a little bit more than a week early. So if you're looking to buy or buy more, okay, you're probably going to want to do so before August 15th, just to be safe. Again, not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do. That is how I interpret what they're saying here, because I go with Adam Aaron's word over the document written by who knows who. Okay, so I understand that this is a little heavy. There's a little bit more to go through, and then I want to get to this warning, okay? Now, each one of these units, AMC Preferred Equity Units, APEs, it's going to be a ticker, right? It is potentially convertible into AMC common stock in the future, but only if the company proposes this and the investors approve. This is why Adam Aaron keeps saying, as of right now, this is not dilution. He's trying to drive that home so people don't get confused, because who actually reads the document except for, me and a few outliers, right? It's too long. It's a waste of time. We can get it this way, okay? Here's the problem. Right now, it's not diluting. But
what's up,
if
Tony?
it is approved in the future by shareholders, you can
Tinko. What's up, Tony Tinko? I've been digging your videos lately. Keep on. You're putting out a very valuable message. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it, man.
Getting a lot of selling pressure of people converting APE into AMC and then selling it off for free cash, or they would convert that into AMC and just hold it, and maybe it wouldn't have much of an impact, but there's always that potential to sell. So here's the thing: when it comes time that this gets proposed, which is we don't know when this will happen, some of you might, whether you want to approve that or not, that's up to you. If you're trying to support the company, perhaps approving it might be in your best interest to support long term. If you're only interested in short term stock price, it's probably not in your best interest. Again, not financial advice.
What if I want a MOASS? Then what do I do?
Do what you're gonna do. Do what you're gonna do. Do what you want to do. Don't do what I say. Don't do what I do. You're an adult. Okay. Last thing here, and then the warning. This is going to provide. This is what they said. This is going to provide the company AMC with currency, which can then be used in the future to strengthen their balance sheet. It's going to provide capital for, they said, quote, value-enhancing and transformative investment opportunities. Okay? That's what they said. So, again, this depends on whether you're interested shortly in short-term stock price, if you're like trading the stock, or if you're investing in the company. You're going to have different feelings on this. It's not for me to decide. That's up to you to decide. However, I have a feeling I know what most of you, how most of you feel about this. Okay, the warning. Let me show this to you guys. Take a look here. This is not my warning again. This is AMC's warning. However, it makes sense because, again, we talk about ex-dividend. I'll get a little more into that right now. Investors should note, straight from their release, that on the ex-dividend date, which is August 22nd, again, that Monday following the Friday payment date, The price of AMC common stock is likely to decline to reflect the fact that shares purchased on or after such dates would no longer be entitled to the dividend. This is similar to what occurs in a stock.
So, yeah, because that is adding so much value. Like, okay. Well, guess what? Guess fucking what? They didn't even wait. They didn't wait until whatever August, whichever August. Who fucking cares? The 22nd. They don't need to wait till the 22nd. The market takes care of this shit instantaneously, baby. Repricing engaged. We are in the midst of repricing, my friends. Market is repricing that shit.
Split.
All right.
Here's what this means. Again, typically you have the ex-dividend date, which if you want the dividend, you buy before the ex-dividend date. That ex-dividend date is kind of the gap day to allow settlement for the record date, which is typically 1 business day, sometimes 2 business days after the ex-dividend date. Okay. In this scenario, they're flipped. So you have the record date on the 15th, payment on the 19th, ex-dividend on the 22nd. Again, I can only assume that this is because they don't want the ex-dividend date to make the stock go down prior to the payment date. Okay, well, then what's going on here? Why does it go down anyway? Well, here's what happens, guys. On the ex-dividend date, that's the day where it's too late. You can no longer buy the stock to get the dividend. Okay, so what happens on that day typically? Typically, stocks will go down in a perfect world by the amount of the dividend because you're looking at people are pricing that in that this company now has that much less cash on hand. And let me actually lay this out for you so we can actually go over this and I'll explain this to you. Okay, so take a look here. Okay.
Oh boy, now, here we go. Whiteboards.
This is a company. Okay, and the stock price is doing this, it's doing this, and we're right here. Okay, and let's say there is $100. Okay, the stock's at $100. They issue a special
let me just go ahead and nip this in the bud here. If they end up having to send out more than the float, we potentially have an issue. They will not send out more than the float. It says right in the document, the number of APE shares that will be issued is 516 and change million. It says that the float of AMC is 516 and change million. That's the number that they will send out. And I mentioned this earlier because, you know, if a share is lent out and sold by a short seller to somebody else, that's not a synthetic share. It's the same share that it was lent and resold temporarily. So ape number 2, the second ape who buys it, because it was lent out of the first ape's account, they both don't get this dividend because there's only one share in question, right? So no, it's not. I'm just telling you. They've already said how many they're going to issue. So anybody, any grifters, any of these influencers who say that it's going to expose synthetic shares, you know, you can go right back to the document that he's looking at here and see that the number of APE shares that they're issuing is clearly defined. It's clearly defined. Okay, so what I'm saying is that they won't have to send out more than the float. It won't happen. They won't. And then if we have shareholders who don't receive them, you know, that's yeah, I don't know. But what is the point of this? You know, and I think Lynn's got it here. To make apes think they got something, not nothing, because he promised to pounce and had to deliver. It's a way to raise money to pay corporate debt. That's exactly right. So it doesn't cost them that much to do. But at the end of the day, it's basically a second stock. It's a second stock ticker that serves the same purpose as having more shares, and it's doubling the float essentially. It's adding, you know, another 516 million units of equity that can be traded, and the price can go up and down, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just another stock. So it all, and like I said this before, both of them go back to the same balance sheet. They're both AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, whatever, right? Manny says the APE share dividend is another gimmick to keep investors holding a little longer. And yeah, Tanko agrees. I agree. And the thing is, it did absolutely jack shit for GameStop. And that was another wonky, gimmicky share split dividend, whatever it was, it did absolutely nothing. The share price was slashed. The trading volume was also slashed, which makes no, I mean, explain that one. How could one of the whole major points was, hey, if we do this dividend, if we do this split, it will slash the stock price and it will make it easier and cheaper for retail investors to buy shares. The fucking share volume went down. I don't get it at all, except that the apes are totally full of shit because they've been led by these influencers who are equally as full of shit. But yeah, it's a gimmick. It's a total gimmick. They aren't selling them into the market though. No, they're issuing them to existing shareholders as of all these dates, this confusing ass thing that he's talking about here. They're not being sold into the market, but they could be sold, like once they're out there, they'll be trading like any other stock. So, but you got apes who aren't sure whether somebody who doesn't hold AMC shares would be able to even buy it. So you got dumb people going to college here, basically. I'm going to quote Lou on that because I just love that. You got dumb people going to college. Adam Aaron's praying people actually trade this ticket backed by nothing. So it's like a fiat share. It's a fiat equity. Adam Aaron was very clear, but you grifters want to write your own storyline. Yep.
Dividend.
They're playing around with build a bull, build a bear, build a bull. They're trying to build bulls, I guess.
$2 per share, let's say.
Build a bear.
For example. Okay. $2. We'll say $2 dividend. Okay. Well,
$2 stock. It's a $2 stock
price. When people are no longer eligible for that, after the stock price has gone up, maybe like during this time period, whatever time frame this may be, this is just sloppy. Well, on the ex-dividend day, which is like here, the stock price might go down $2. Okay, and then it might hover down here for a while and then start to go up again. Typically,
or it might go down again. Neek.
That's what happens. Here's the thing with AMC. It's not like that kind of special dividend. We're not really exactly sure what this is worth. We're getting an asset, right? Not like a one-off exact payment. So, look.
You hope it's an asset. It may be a liability. How do you know?
Could the ex-dividend date of August 22nd bring some pain? Well, look, it depends on how the market sees it. Here's the thing also. We already really know, like, everything that's happening come that day, okay? So it's worth noting that, look, a lot of this probably just got priced in. It's not all going to get priced in necessarily August 22nd because, again, we know what we're getting and we know it's an asset and we don't necessarily know like exactly what this is worth. Is it going to be convertible into AMC shares in the future? Is it not?
Yes, he said it would, but I mean, I think Bendy, I think there's not really much to understand here. I think you're overthinking it. It's truly a gimmick. That's all it is. It's a gimmick. Like Adam Aaron knows that the apes, his shareholder base largely is uninformed. He knows that. That's been made clear to him. It's made clear to him every day on his Twitter, right? These people don't understand shit about the stock market. They just know that they're going to get rich, right? So he foolishly, said all this shit because he's got a bit of an ego. He's a bit of a narcissist too, right? So Adam Aaron said this nonsense about pouncing and whatever else. And it's all to drive, interest in the stock. get people, new people involved in it, and to hopefully, make him more money at the end of the day. So, yeah, I mean, it's just he knows that people aren't going to understand, and they're going to think that it's like these NFTs. Think of it the same way as these NFTs. The NFTs are worthless. They are absolutely worthless. They do nothing for anything. Oh, but one of them was sold for blah, 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 1,000. Yeah, to somebody like that. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that happened last year, but I can guarantee you that those things aren't selling for shit this year. So yeah, it's just it's an NFT essentially. It's worthless. It's a hype. It's an element of hype, smoke and mirrors, gimmick, and that's it. I mean, there's not much else to say really. But if there is no options chain on it, it could be interesting to see some kind of price move, simulation of organic price movement without options. I guess, yeah. It wouldn't really be simulation. It would be, I mean, okay, simulation of organic price movement without options and without fundamentals, without any inherent value. How about that? I would worry less about the options aspect of it and just say that, well, yeah, I think you're overthinking it, which, hey, I admire that. I do. It's certainly different than what most people do with this stuff. They start with a conclusion and try to come up with these wacky reasons why or possibilities. But, yeah. So there's no fundamentals. Like it doesn't have any inherent value. I don't even like what are the technical who knows? Who knows? I mean, it'll probably just be honestly, it's going to be a fucking penny stock. Probably. That's probably what it's going to be. It's probably going to be a penny stock. It's probably going to be like 25 cents. Like a dividend would be potentially. But I mean, that would be a lot for AMC, I feel, but anyway. NFT give warm fuzzy feeling though. Yeah. Until you sell them to someone who doesn't know they aren't worth anything. Yeah, greater fool. There's always a greater hopefully there's a greater fool. You hope there's a greater fool. Okay. Let's let him finish this shit out.
How is this thing going to trade? What's going to happen on August 9th or really August 22nd when this thing starts, on the New York Stock Exchange? There's a lot of like what ifs, like what's going to happen here, but we know what we know, right? We're not going to know anything else until August 22nd when this actually starts. So some of this just got priced in. Okay. How much more gets priced in on the 22nd? I don't know. Okay, but AMC is warning all of us.
All right, Neek, dude. The shit earnings got priced in too, bud. Okay? Like, let's not give this thing more credit. Like, you just said what we were just talking about. It's essentially worthless. It's essentially useless. Creating something from nothing. Okay? But the earnings, that's tangible. This is a shit company that is swirling down the drain, essentially. And, they're how's the gold mine working out? Was that on the goddamn balance sheet? I don't know. But let's throw some money at this. Let's throw some money at that. Let's throw some money at this. Let's throw some money at that. Yeah, what got priced in was the future expectation. The present value of future cash flows, which the market sees as being lower. Not because they're issuing a goddamn penny dividend. Essentially, that's what it is. It's a penny dividend. It's the fact that this seems like a desperate move. It seems like they're trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. It seems like they're running a fucking scam. It's some bullshit. Is this what a successful company does? I don't. A successful company has to issue these stupid fucking dividends. I'm sorry, NFTs that look like they were designed by somebody in Microsoft Paint while they were in study hall in high school. I mean, seriously, what is this bullshit? It's bullshit. So, obviously, I'm talking, kind of about fundamentals, but at the end of the day, that's what's going to win out here. And, the era of floofy, price action with endless liquidity and low cost money, that's over. Like, I don't know how what if this doesn't show the apes that, I don't know what will. And Lynn said that before in chat. I don't see that it will. I don't see how. I don't see what will if this doesn't. Because that era, the meme stock era, is over. For now, at least. We are not in that world anymore. Shit like this, Adam, don't work. It just does not work. If GameStop did nothing based on all of this hype that was surrounding their stupid NFT marketplace, which, what the fuck is that? You're about a year too late. And the split, dividend, whatever, that slashed the price and made it more accessible to investors. If those things have turned out to be literally worthless, added nothing, no value, it didn't increase the trading volume. In fact, the volume went down afterwards. Makes no sense. Yeah, that's a clear sign that people either don't want to or more likely can't. They don't have the fucking money. They have to put gas in their cars, food on the table, roof over their heads. The meme stock era is over. It's over. And the fact that Adam Aaron and this company and Ryan Cohen and these rich assholes who they've already gotten theirs. And by the way, so have these assholes. He's already gotten his. Trey, all these fucks, they've already gotten rich off of the community that they've grifted, including Adam Aaron and Ryan fucking Cohen. They're greedy fucks. And they're still trying to spin this narrative as if it is 2021. You know what? It's fucking bullshit. It is bullshit. And that, that drives to the heart of my channel, which is to call out these fucking grifters. And to say, look, you have to look at this thing in context. You have to take all of it in and come to the best, most informed conclusion that you can. And that's not pointing to anything like $100,000 per share. How much are we going to see that going forward? And I'm not talking about Reddit. Honestly, I'm scared. We're going to do it next. But I'm scared to go to Reddit. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to see on Reddit. I really don't. I don't even want to speculate. So let's let him.
That it's likely to be a red day. Okay?
Thanks, Zapzone.
That's all I have for you guys. Appreciate you watching the whole video. If you wouldn't mind, leave a like and a comment. If you have more questions, please leave a comment.
Leave a like.
If not, get on your way. Just appreciate you guys being here. No big deal. Again, link to memberships, guys. If you want my personal trade setup alerts all day, intraday, I'm
blah, 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 blah. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money.
Unusual options activity.
Fuck you. Buy a house from me. Buy a used car from me. Okay. Let's see here. I'll catch up on this. Minus 57 million from the gold that we can't find the gold mine company. Really? Ay. Yep. Connect 4. Go fish. Yes, we love chat lurkers. Hit the like and sub if you aren't. If you like and you want to sub. No pressure, no big deal. No big deal. So yeah, let's look at Reddit. I'm honestly, I don't know what to expect here. So we'll just go for it. I'm gonna go hot, and we're coming in hot. Oh, I love the thing. Purchasing shares on IEX pisses Ken Griffin off. He could give a fuck where you buy your shares. Let's see. The pounce wasn't the dividend. The pounce is what the dividend represents. If when they provide the dividend, the outstanding share count doesn't match 516, blah, 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 it will prove the synthetic shares. It'll take all awards. I'll take all awards now. Thank you. See, that's why these people put this shit on there, because they want fucking awards on Reddit, which is literally the dumbest thing. It's whatever. I guess people need that in their lives. Well, we've already talked about that. It's not going to show that. So, whatever. If it's a different ticker, APE, no, it cannot be used to close. I'm assuming they mean shorts. And it is not dilution. Holy shit, Adam Aaron. Pounce indeed. So, here's somebody who is very supportive and thinks that Adam Aaron has outdone himself in terms of this being a smart play. We're going to look at the comments on that one. There is no other way. Oh, okay. Yeah. So these people are all bullish. They always are, no matter what. Adam Aaron could literally tweet, AMC is being liquidated tomorrow. The stock has been delisted, and sorry, thank you, goodbye. And then they'd be fucking rocket emojis on Reddit. I swear to God, these people are brain dead. Adam Aaron's dividend basically just gave shorts 2 weeks to clean their synthetics or fuck. Am I wrong? Well, how did that work out for GameStop? I mean, just curious. Like, what? How? Best ape explanation I saw tonight. Okay. Ticker symbol APE is issued at a value of 1 cent. It's a tradable equity owned by AMC. They will issue 1 share of APE per share of AMC. If you own 100 AMC, you get 100 APE. They still have a boatload of debt. Yep. He delivered a pounce, but the pounce is on retail. That's kind of what I was going for with the pounced. The apes got pounced. They will issue 4.5 billion shares of ape. Okay, no. Here's somebody who didn't read the document, didn't take the time to understand it. No, they will not issue 4.5 billion shares of ape, which they think is a hint of amount of synthetics, but that's just their dumbass speculation. No, it says very clearly how many they will issue. All synthetic shares will have to purchase 1 ape share per synthetic created. No, it says right in the goddamn thing that it is only 516 million. Okay, whoever posted this and whoever posted on Reddit is an idiot. If indeed there are a large number, if indeed there is a large number of synthetics, they will have to purchase the ape shares to provide dividend. No, this will drive up the price of ape. What? Which shareholders can sell for revenue. I mean, okay, that started off okay until you get to the 4.5 billion, and then it just goes full fucking retard. Sorry, no, you're wrong. Oh, since then, AMC's up 44%. Oh, God. Oh, you're killing the shorts. You're killing the shorts. Okay. So, well, I mean, it's clear from this. Hey, at least on Reddit, these Reddit apes, they're the ones that you have to watch, that you need to be careful of, that you need to not fear, but just keep your eye on, because these are the ones that will show up, in physical form somewhere and do dumb shit. Like these are the basement dwellers, to put it in the parlance of our times, if you will. These are the people who have nothing better to do except lurk on Reddit and give each other hopium blowjobs, essentially. Circle jerk each other with hopium. But they're super bullish on it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. AMC short squeeze trading signal. A short squeeze signal was issued by Ortex. Ortex never wanting to miss a beat, never wanting to miss out on it. They, always wanting to be one step ahead. The short squeeze signal has been issued. Yes, that's what you got. You got the short squeeze. That's it right there. It's the inverse short squeeze. It's the negative short squeeze. It's the Ortex is a piece of shit. Peter Hillerberg is a fucking greedy cunt. That's what you got. 15% down. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe it'll go to the moon tomorrow. Speak too soon. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. If it's a different ticker and not Class A common stock of AMC, no, it cannot be used to close positions and is not a form of dilution. It can, however, be extremely costly to shorts at a time that liquidity is bone dry and force them to close. Right. Yeah, spoken by somebody who shorts stocks every fucking week. You can tell right here that this guy is experienced in short selling. You'd have to deliver cash in lieu of, and for what? Billions of SyNtHeTiCs and all the broker IOUs. Well, this is what it looks like to be ignorant. This is what it looks like to be a narcissist. And to think that you know more than just about anyone in the stock market because you've been invested in AMC for a year. And by the way, that was the first thing that you ever bought in the stock market on Webull. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Like, these people are so ridiculous. I mean, it's beyond absurd. It's beyond laughable. It is sad to me that these people are so ignorant. Look here, Ortex guy, shares on loan being returned to avoid the divvy. Oh, the divvy. Fuck. Fairly smart move by Adam Aaron. APE should really consider all avoided topic on this sub. What? That shorts have been covering right in front of your fucking face for literally months? Yes, of course, return shares, 7 million. So we've seen this trend. We go to the daily time frame here. We can see that, yes, okay, return shares are indicating return shares 2 trading days ago because there's a 2-day settlement period, T plus 2. So here's T minus 2. Here we go. Here's T minus 2. This is the day that 7 million shares were returned. Or, if you want to think about it this way, this is the day when there was more, short covering than there's been. And we see it. We can, I've done this on the stream. You can do it. The Ortex guy provides the data every day. You can come here and you can look at it and you can correlate it to the chart and you can say, yes, there was short covering this day, lots of short covering this day, lots of short covering this day, this day. All these big candles are literally days with outsized numbers of shares returned, which represents short covering. The only rallies in this stock are produced by short covering, period. At this point, that's all there is. There's short covering, there's short selling, and there's apes saying that they're buying and not selling, which, according to at least Fidelity, ain't true. So that's about all I can stand of Reddit. All I can stand of Reddit. Okay, let me see what people are saying here. Meme stocks are over. Adam Aaron only pounces at the Golden Corral buffet line. God. Oh, shit. Um, let's see. AMC needs to file for bankruptcy if they want to stay alive. Wow. Strong words, Tanko. I mean, I can't say that I would disagree with you, but I want to see a video on that. I would like for you to explain that to these people, you know, because they're going to see bankruptcy and they're going to think one thing. None of it was priced in. Price action for the week was only buy on rumors and sell on news only. What's in it for the AMC? What's in it for AMC with that APE ticker? Well, I think they want to, you know, what it costs them, just like hitting the like button on Shart the Vix's videos. It costs you nothing. Costs them nothing. 1 cent per share. And you know, it represents equity in the company. It's just like a second stock ticker. That's all it is. It's a second stock ticker that is being issued at 1 cent. So they both go to the same balance sheet. They both go to AMC's bottom line. So you're going to have, you know, okay, roll the Chris Norland vid. Okay. Do shorts have to deliver on something for the dividend? No. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but do shorts have to deliver on something for the dividend? No, I don't know. Did they deliver anything on the dividend for GameStop? No, they did nothing. So I don't believe they do. I mean, that would be too easy. They would have done this last year if that was the case, right? This is the corporate equivalent of a car wash fundraiser. So let's watch the Chris Norland video, and then maybe Lynn wants to join me, or certainly anybody else is also more than welcome to. But I know she has some things she wants to talk about. So, all right, here we go. Chris Norland. And by the way,
hey everyone, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel.
Norland.
So we're talking about AMC stock.
Chris is pushing 50. Fuck you, Chris. Not a gray hair on his head. Not fair. Not fair. Just kidding. I love you, Chris. But, you know, but yeah, I love you, but fuck you. Your goddamn hair. Once, you know, once the MOASS happens, I'll get a camera and y'all can see my salt and pepper. Hey, it represents experience, is what I say.
Hey everyone, this is Chris. Welcome back to the channel. So we're talking about AMC stock, and believe me, I really get it. There's a lot of people out there.
You guys in Telegram have seen, you know what I'm talking about. So fuck you, Chris, and your nice hair.
And I want to tell you the truth because all the
perfect skin.
I'm keeping it real with you guys. Also, too, if you hear my name is Chris.
No bags under your eyes.
So here's AMC stock. As I'm watching it now, recording it, you know, I don't know what it's going to do when it's finished. We're currently down 10% on the day. It's had a great run. Curly Frank, it's had a great run. Stocks can go up if people want to buy it. That's basically what it is.
Boom.
And if people on YouTube are pumping it.
There you go. Stocks can go up if people want to buy it. Exactly. Exactly.
Down 10% on the day. It's had a great run. Curly Frank, it's had a great run. Stocks can go up if people want to buy it. That's basically what it is. And if people on YouTube are pumping it, stocks go up. and when people run out of money, they can't buy anymore. Also, too, what's going on as well is that the CEO is basically lying to you as well. He's been doing that for a while, promising you guys all big things, but he knows it's a sham, and you guys should know it's a sham as well. I'm sorry if for those of you who are new to the market. One of the things that I think is really important to understand is, you know, basically this whole thing is, hey, we're going to like issue you more shares. It's a form of raising money for the company. Basically, yes, you're donating money to the company. If you're cool with that, that's fine, right? I just want to make sure you understand that you're just donating money to the company. And a lot of people new to the market think there's going to be life-changing money and everything's going to go hunky-dory. Unfortunately, according to their earnings, I'm looking at the numbers right here for
That's
myself.
okay,
and
Lynn.
I encourage you to look at.
That's all right, Lynn. You know, he's moving fast, and he you know, he's saying it one way. But we want to hear what you have to say too.
Well, I'm not just making random numbers up. AMC is losing money.
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. You're just making these numbers up.
They've been losing money for a while.
I hope he says that like that.
Lose money.
I love when he says that.
Oh,
Chris,
like
you're so
lost
dumb.
$121 million the last quarter. I can see the numbers for myself. $121 million. And if I read this correctly, it looks like they lost about $459 million on the year. Last year, they lost about $900 million. So they're improving, right? But they are losing money. $500 million losing money is a bad situation. But to be fair, $459 million, right? So, okay, fine, I was rounding up. But, you know, they're losing money. And a lot of people out there, oh, Chris, you're so dumb. You can't understand numbers. This is all about memes. All right. I guess so. So we'll take a look at the meme numbers. Short interest at 18%. Is it crazy high? No. Is it high? Yes. Right?
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb.
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. You can't understand numbers. This is all about memes. All right. I guess so. So we'll take a look at the meme numbers. Short interest at 18%. Is it crazy high? No. Is it high? Yes. Right? I can read numbers the same way I want you guys to read numbers. 18% is a short interest. Okay? We're on the same page here. Fair value for the stock, 32 cents. It's 5,666% overvalued. Okay?
32.
Fair enough, right? But I get it. It's a meme stock. I really get it.
Not that far off.
The problem is, do you get it?
From that APE value, that 1 cent, closer to that than it is to that.
Fair enough.
Oh,
right?
fuck.
But I get it. It's a meme stock. I really get it. The problem is, do you get it? And the reason why I say do you get it is because if you understand this is a trade, right? You're trading the stock. You're not going to be holding this forever. You're not going to be waiting for it to go to bazillions dollars a share. It's not going to happen. Wall Street, they're sort of saying like, okay, this is $11 stock. This is a $5 stock. Sell, sell, sell. It's a $1 stock, whatever, right? The thing is, we all know this thing is a joke. The problem is, do you know? And I just want to make sure that this is very, very clear. This whole thing is a joke. It's memes, right? And it's funny. Maybe people have, you know, $100 in this thing, $1,000, whatever. I wouldn't be throwing my life savings into something like this because you can lose everything, to be perfectly frank. You're dumping money into a business that is losing money.
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. Don't you know AMC is the best bank savings account ever? Oh, my God, you're so dumb.
And they need your money to pay back their debt. In terms of like debt, actually, we'll check on that because I know some people don't understand this stuff. It's very easy to check. And in fact, last time we checked, yeah, you know, $5.5 billion in debt, still there. I can see it right there. They just owe a lot of money to people. And so, you know, when you...
Chris, you're so dumb. Don't you know they bought a gold mine? Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. Don't you know they just bought a
company that owes a lot of money to people and they continue to lose money? It's not a good situation, right? I hope you understand that. You're giving your money to a company that's losing money and owes a lot of money. Not good. So, I mean, you know, it should be easy for you to understand.
Go home. We love you. You're very special.
Okay, I'll make it even really simple. So imagine that you have a friend and they have like 10 houses and, you know, each house is, we'll just say, they have like $1 million loans on each house. So they owe $10 million in houses and they can't even pay their mortgage because they, you know, don't have a job and they're building up a bunch of debt, right? Because they keep using their credit cards, et cetera, et cetera. So they got debt and they're piling on more debt. That's all it is. And you have these people on YouTube trying to convince you that you're going to be rich off a stock, off a company that doesn't make any money. I mean, you know, but if that makes sense to you, go for it. In terms of like meme trades, you can see here the RSI of the stock, I'm looking at it for myself, is around 50 or 60, okay? When the RSI reaches 70, that's usually a sell signal. You can see it hit it twice here. Back on July 20th, around 70-ish, it dived. And then also today, actually, August 3rd, around 65, and it took a dip. So, you know, for me, looking at numbers, just numbers, it's not my opinion, it's just numbers. When the RSI is starting to reach 70, it's a sell signal, right? That's the end of the road. Yes, RSI could go to 80. Yes, it totally could. Last time RSI went to 80 and then it dove down, but that's usually a sell signal. In terms of like what's a realistic price, I'll give you two numbers. I've told you these same numbers over and over again, but it does change
12.
slightly. So it's good for you guys to understand these things. So we pull up our calculator here. First way to calculate a ceiling, okay? So the bottom is 0, or you could argue 32 cents. I don't know if it'd ever go to 0, but there's certainly a possibility of that because
1
they
cent.
are losing money and they do have a lot of debt. The first way to figure out, though, where this could possibly go, you take the 52-week high is now 52.79, and you divide that by 2. So one estimate of how high this could go, the ceiling, essentially $26. I personally think the ceiling is today, personally, but I'm just keeping it fair. If you just want to go with numbers, $26 is a ceiling. That's half of the 52-week high. But however, the longer this goes on, the 52-week high will decrease, okay? So your ceiling will get lower and lower and lower because people are essentially out of money. This is fueled by stimulus check bubble and meme stock stuff. There's no conspiracy things to think that. You're not going to get rich off this thing. That's how it is, okay? I'm trying to keep it real, but I get it. You're going to hear other YouTube channels are going to say, oh my God, you got to buy this. You're going to be rich. But it's all a Ponzi scheme. That's all it is. The other way to figure this out as well, you take the
Charles
current price,
Ponzi is rolling in his grave right now.
Let me see here. Oh, what is it? I can't figure out what the current price is. We'll do this. What are you doing, AMC stock? Give me a current price. What are you trading at? Okay, 17.15. I can see it right there. So we're at 17.15. 17.19. Okay, fine. Pull up the calculator here. 17.19. And we take the implied volatility, which is right here at 129%, and we'll come up with another way to calculate a ceiling. 17.19 times 1.29119 equals 22%, or $22, sorry, not $22. So your ceiling for AMC stock is between $22 and $26, according to my calculations. Your bottom...
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. We don't care about the ceiling. We only care about the floor. And the floor is $1.2 million per share. You're so dumb.
Your floor is about 0.
Go to Reddit. You're so dumb.
Or 32 cents, perhaps, right, is your fair value. In terms of your cost to borrow, we'll check it out here. Your current cost to borrow is 6.7%.
Oh, so
year,
high.
That's how much, if someone's
so
high,
high.
How much fee they have to pay.
It's higher than Trey Collins on a Thursday night.
Shorts are not under much pressure at all. 6.7% is not a lot of pressure, and they can just hold the same way you can hold your stock. So anyone who tells you otherwise is just lying to you. These are the numbers. There's a bunch of shares available to borrow. So in fact, if people want to short it, there's a lot available. There's like 1 million shares there. So, that's a...
I'll accept that. I'll accept that, Chris. That's an acceptable answer. You changed you stopped paying Tony D $5 a month last October. That's a good excuse. I'll accept that.
The truth in AMC, I feel sorry for people who believe in the meme-ness.
The floor's a lot cooler.
Change their lives. Unfortunately, it's not. And I know the hard thing is, like, you bought it at $40 and you're trying to, desperately write every single day to get other people to buy.
Oh, Chris, you're so dumb. People bought it at $65, $70.
Your stock. Good luck with that. You got to convince people in a time when there's a recession, in a time when, people aren't going to be going to the movies so much because of why. They're going to be running out of money. Also, too, the government isn't printing money.
Especially because their revenue's up so much.
All the teenagers to buy this thing.
Meaning everything's more expensive. That's all that means. And they probably have more bullshit for you to spend your money on. They probably have, because they have these they have the plant-based chicken nuggets and all that shit and ices. But, yeah. Who wants to buy a $12 icy at AMC?
Thing. It's going to be a tough road ahead. Anyone who tells you, oh, this is a political movement, Chris, you're so dumb. You don't understand. We're fighting corruption. Okay, I mean, if you truly believe that, if you truly believe that, you would vote for people in government that would change the things. Buying a meme stock doesn't fight corruption. Do you understand that, right? Fighting corruption is like, say, writing new laws, right? Say, voting for people who believe in new laws, right? Worshiping YouTubers that have criminal records doesn't help.
Yeah, feeding liquidity into the system is the opposite of fighting corruption. You are enabling it. You are aiding them. You are lining their pockets. And I say that very deliberately, their pockets. Because that's the ultimate enemy here is they, them. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. Now, I don't think, this is just my little added opinion. I don't think that, in our system, the way it is, we have corporate political parties. So, is it likely that that something like that will happen? It would pretty much have to be a sweep, a clean start over. That's something like that. It's less likely to happen. Plus, the way that elections work, it's staggered so that literally all can't be replaced at once. You could make an argument that we're pretty much fucked, but I'm not going to make that argument. But I like his positivity. I don't have that same sunny disposition and whatever else, but he's also a professor. So, I'm not a professor. You have to be able to, spin the, you have to, anyway, I'm
corruption. In fact,
fighting corruption.
It just makes you look like a clown. But that's it. I've told you guys enough. I've expressed my opinion on this thing. Maybe we'll make another video on AMC in the next earnings report, but I don't do it that much because frankly, it's not really worth my time. I do it just for the day because I feel like every time this stuff happens, you get so much misinformation. No one tells you the truth. The truth is AMC has a bunch of debt. They're losing a bunch of money. Yes, you can make money trading anything, but do pay attention to the real numbers. Check the RSI, check the short interest, right?
Gatekeeper.
Check your implied volatility, check the 52-week high. Use real numbers on these things. If you just depend on, so-and-so.
Don't use those imaginary numbers. That's what it is. Imaginary fucking numbers.
YouTuber told
Ordinary
me
fucking
rich.
People.
You're not going to do very well in these kind of things, okay? So good luck to y'all. We'll see what AMC stock does. It's currently down 8% today, down 44% on the year, so total around 50%. I gave you the ceilings. I gave you some realistic numbers. I promise you no one else does that. They just, tell you it's going to go to $1 billion a share, or they'll say, oh, no one can tell. Well, I've done pretty good telling you guys how this thing is done, and that's it. It is what it is. So good luck to you, and thanks for watching.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me get. I just realized I had top chat on and not live chat, so I don't think I missed anything though. Let's see here. Oh, well, thanks, Lynn. I appreciate that, but you don't have to do that. And I'll tell you what, I probably am gonna buy some shares of that APE with that. I'll be able to buy quite a few with that since it's anyway. And then once that MOASS, because the thing is, you got the MOASS on AMC and GameStop and kohrs and BlackBerry and all that. But wait until APE MOASSes. That will be the real squeeze. That will be the real squeeze. So, so anyway, Lynn, whenever you Lynn, whenever you want to join me here, let me make sure that, let's see. No, I got to do that. So there we go. Now I should have my voice over here. Yep. Okay. And then let's see. There. Very complex routing. Chris is saying buy MEGL tomorrow. I'm going to pass on that. Pass on that one. But thanks. But I'm going to pass on that. I'm it's just a matter of time before these momentum plays fall apart. And Tanko, I have been actually. I've been watching ENDP, and that fell apart today. Hopefully oh, look, Love Chat's back. Love Chat is back. Let's see if I can get him first. Oops. Oh shit. See, it's just a matter of time before these guys, before these guys make the wrong call on these stocks. And we were talking about this earlier in Telegram, and if people are making money, that's good. Whatever. I have no problem with that. But in my opinion, in my experience, following something like that, following somebody who's calling out everything, it's like Wrench Capital does. You pay him this much per month, and he'll tell you when to buy options and what to buy and this kind of thing. That kind of shit doesn't work. I mean, it can work, and don't get me wrong, it does work sometimes, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I work a full-time job. That's all I can do to keep myself from losing money on the basic shit that I trade. So, anyway, but and I don't trust people. I don't trust people. I don't know who these people are, and I don't really care. But it's like, yeah, you just got to be careful, man. Like that's the thing. You can make some money in these momentum plays, but not every time. And I've loved and lost enough on that kind of stuff to to know that I just don't want to touch that. That's all. But anyway, why do I have Love Chat highlighted there? That doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, I'm just waiting for Lynn to see if she's coming. Maybe she's got to go get away from people or something like that. Tomorrow may be Teddy's last day in the market. He claims that he's going to invest $134,000. Really? All in Robinhood? I mean, not on Robinhood stock.
I have arrived.
Oh, Lynn, let's see here. Why are you only in one? Oh, I know why. I had you only in the right channel. Okay. All right. Hi. Hello.
Oh, here I am. Hi.
How's it going?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is this cool?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hang on a second. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. We're working.
All right.
I don't know. I guess I just wanted to say I told you so. Because I've been saying for how long? Since the beginning, Adam Aron is not your friend, and he's up to something, and it's not good. And at this point, I feel like he's really shown his colors in an unexpected way. And now, not all CEOs are good CEOs. There are some excellent CEOs who are, have excellent standards and morals and are genuinely have their shareholders' best interest in mind and the company's best interest in mind, and they know how to play the game. And Adam Aron kind of came out like one of those CEOs, but I think he's really shown his colors, which are, he's in it to get what he can get. And this is such a gimmick that they've pulled today. Here, you got something. It's not worth anything, but, it makes you special. It's just a gimmick. It's just, I don't even know if it qualifies as a scam. It's like marketing, it's like the dark underbelly of marketing. And it's so obvious, and it's so, it's just so stupid. And I'm really surprised that a CEO running a business as visible, I'm not going to say as profitable, as visible as AMC, would go for this, would say, yeah, let's throw out some, seeds and see if the ducks come and eat them. You know, it didn't cost us anything but a handful of seeds. It's really a give nothing to get something. And the fact that he would even buy onto this, and that any of the corporate entities, I'm surprised the corporate, upper level corporate people aren't jumping ship at this point and saying, no, we don't, you know, I'm not going to risk my career on this move. I don't want to be associated with it. That's what I would have done. I would have said, bye-bye, gotta go. But I'm really surprised that he would do this, because it's just cheesy. It's just so cheesy and kind of like a simpleton move. And he's got people so confused about what it is and what it means. And he's alluding to it being some kind of alternate way of counting shares. And, you know, he keeps saying equity, equity, equity. But I think most people don't understand what equity is or what it means.
Yeah,
you know?
you defined it like earlier. Right.
Yeah, it's just some value of assets. And, you know, if the business were to be liquidated and some value of assets is negative right now. So they're giving you like a negative gift. They're giving you a gift that you can't return it. You can't trade it. You can't do anything with it. It's just about as valuable as a stupid NFT. You know, it's just a little trinket that he's thrown out there to kind of bedazzle people and make them go, oh, no, he cares about us. And he's the silverback and he's the boss and he's going to make it MOASS and this and that. No, he's not. He's not going to do any of that. He doesn't care.
Right.
He's making bank, and he's making bank while his business is in the red. And you can't sustain that forever. You can't sustain it forever.
Didn't it say that he had $50 million of economic interest in AMC of unvested shares or whatever? I think it said that in the.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
What does that even mean? You got economic interest of uninvested shares. What?
Yeah,
somebody would have to explain that to me.
Probably.
Doesn't reconcile.
It's shares that he, you know, has but can't sell, I guess, kind of, or haven't been conferred to him, but they, you know. They will be, you know, he has like an option at a certain price or something like that. I think Manuel knows,
explains
but
it. He probably issued himself the equivalent number of APE shares, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now he's hoping that will pump up and start trading so he can sell that and make a little more money.
Manny says he said a news reporter mentioned to him that the dividend was a genius move. So a news reporter said it, so it must be. But, you know, we were talking in Telegram earlier today. Bad Back and I and some others were talking about, you know, just the general market, what's going on, you know, the market versus the economy, you know, yada, yada, yada. And we were talking about the media, the financial media. And I said, oh, you mean the financial media that literally has a TV set in the stock exchange buildings? Like in the New York Stock Exchange is where Jim Cramer's fucking set is, where he spews his nonsense day after day after day. And as you were saying, you were describing, you know, your description of Adam Aron, I was thinking about like Jim Cramer and his show and these, you know, these clowns that are on TV. Like, I mean, they're really, Jim Cramer is the ultimate in that setting. Like, it's absurd. Like the shit that he, you know, like, oh, buy Lehman Brothers, they're not going out of business. And then the next day they go out of business. Or buy this. And he literally says that like on the day of the top of these, you know, of these prices of these securities. Bear Stearns or whoever.
Stearns isn't going anywhere.
Right. You know, and I don't know. Is it a scam? Like how is it literally that you can do the opposite of what this person says and actually not do too bad? But if you listen to what they say, it's like opposite day, which is like, you know, is ridiculous. So it's not exactly the same, but there's some elements of like, okay, yeah, there's clearly some ulterior motives here. It's not what it seems. This person is basically, maybe they're not like inherently a scammer. Maybe they actually know and they're just, putting on an act or whatever. But in any case, the way that it's coming across right now is like slimeball central, So I was just getting hints of that, like, type of thing, when you were saying that about, does it qualify as a scam? It's just pathetic. I mean, and that's the way I feel about people like Jim Cramer. It's pathetic. It's so obviously contrived. It's so obviously contrived and patronizing. And calculated and all this stuff. It's just bullshit. It makes me want to throw up.
Well, it's opportunistic, it's predatory, and but
yeah,
it's the APE community that gave Adam Aaron the opportunity to step into this role and become this ringmaster.
Yeah.
And what has he got to lose? Nothing. I'd love to know if he also will receive, shares of useless 1 cent APE. Because all he needs is for that to go up, and there we go. That's money in his pocket. That's money in his pocket, not in the APE's pocket, not in AMC's ledger. It's in his pocket.
I'm pretty sure that he will.
I have a feeling.
I think he will. I mean,
I think it's going to go up, blow up, and Adam Aaron will step down by the end of the year, or shortly after. I'm going to say by like March of next year, he will resign or retire, something. He will step away, because I think it's going to, this is kind of like the last volley, the Hail Mary pass, to just see if we can raise enough to kind of pay off Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, right.
And the gold mine and everything else, right?
But revenues,
we can maybe break even. If I can leave this at break even.
But revenues up whatever percent.
Really do.
Revenues up 30% or whatever, 27%. I mean, like, you can't make this shit up.
You need profit on top of revenue.
I know. Yeah, they always say that.
On top of revenue.
When they talk about revenue, you know that, their margins are shit because they're talking about revenue. They're talking about how much money they took in. It's like, I don't care how much money you took in. How much did you have to pay out? Ridiculous.
Exactly. What did it cost you to bring that money in? And if it costs you more to bring it in than you got a problem. So that was really all I wanted to say. I just, mark my words, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It could happen. But I think that by spring of next year that Adam Aaron will either retire or resign or maybe be voted out. I don't know.
I mean, he's already...
I just don't see this sustaining itself.
Yeah, although, to play devil's advocate, we've been saying that for the better part of a year, that we've been saying this can't go on much longer. There's no way this will go on for another year. We've literally been saying that for, practically a year. So never underestimate the power of
true. They might have a million more stupid ideas. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I mean, but yeah, it seems like a pretty outlandish, like, and I didn't listen to it I didn't listen to the call at the time. I was still at work, and I saw the stock reaction, but, and then when I came home, I was looking and I found out that, because I don't know if you guys mentioned it in chat, that they have the NFT, that they're, and it's like, oh yeah, of course there's got to be an NFT, because that's what everybody expect. Of course they're just going to do an NFT, because it's another low to no cost, gimmick that they can just throw out there. Like, oh, look, it's like, to me, all this shit seems like, and, I don't know if you agree with this, it seems like those promotional, like, pens and, like, thumb drives, USB thumb drives that companies have as promotional items that are like pennies on the dollar to create and give away, and it's just free, low cost advertising, and you might get like 1% of that to convert to a sale, but even that would, it's so low cost that it's worth it or whatever, and it's just builds brand recognition, whatever. Yeah, it's like that. It's like those
marketing collateral.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I I don't see how this shit's gonna 27 Model 3 dude says 20 is up revenue's up 27% with no profit. So yes, pretty ridiculous.
Oh, and I don't know if you noticed this, but on top of the I own Ape NFT, you will also have the opportunity to get a second copy of the first I own AMC NFT.
Yeah.
So if you play your cards right, and you're loyal to the company, you can have 2 I own AMC NFTs, 1 I own Ape NFT, and 1 Goldmine NFT. So you can get 4 free NFTs for your loyalty to the corporation.
And maybe you already got the was it Batman or no Spider-Man or X some one of those silly things. There are a couple of those too, right? I don't remember what it was. I mean, I know people are gonna jump in with whatever it was because I don't know. I don't care. But there were a couple other. Yeah, it wasn't Top Gun. I don't think. It might have been. I don't know. I don't think it was. But yeah, no.
Yeah, it is. It's very much like the pens and the mouse pads and the sticky notes and all the free stuff that you get when you go to a convention, and everybody hands out their marketing collateral with their logo on it, and there you go.
Well, maybe it would be a better.
Maybe you get some business from it.
Maybe a better analog would be those pads of paper that the drug company pharmaceutical company representatives give out, because now we're talking about like a big, powerful industry, and it's kind of, like Wall Street, the financial market, equity markets, it's like kind of like big boy stuff. Like we're not talking about like, some job fair in Topeka, Kansas. We're talking about like, this is like, it's a stock that trades on the stock exchange. So it's not some cheap, letter opener, those little letter openers with AMC logo on. No, it's a gold mine NFT. Like, what the fuck? I mean, that's the most, and the irony is that's the most
cheesy and it's pretty gimmicky.
It has the most work. It probably has more value than the actual gold mine or the equity that they have in the gold mine, which is, it's crazy. Like, but yeah, I mean, and here's the other thing. Here's my one-liner about the NFT. When you mentioned the reissue. Now, my dad has an album collection, vinyl, and he's got, a lot of original issues of albums. He also has a lot of like non-original, like reissues and stuff. So I grew up like knowing the difference between an original issue and a re-release in vinyl. They're diluting the original NFT. Like it's not gonna be like I own AMC Take Two or something. Like as far as I could tell, it's not differentiated. They're just literally making more of them. So no, they're not diluting your shares, but they're diluting your worthless NFT. By creating the same NFT.
The new one that said, I still own AMC.
I still
yeah, they're diluting something that had no value.
Spider-Man, Batman NFT, Spider-Man.
They can stretch that out.
I still own AMC. I still own
AMC.
Yeah, and they could do one every year and have a badge of the number of years. I still own AMC 5 years, like a 5-year badge. It's like a fucking AA meeting or an NA meeting. Like, we're giving out the 5-year token. Who's here? Been coming for 5 years? I still own AMC after 10 years. Like, God. Start at the, who made the decision to buy AMC today? That's the most important person here. Start low and go all the way up. Give out your 25-year token. Like, shit.
I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard. But yeah, I think at this point he's just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, and he's being encouraged to. And I don't know, if it was me, You know, I mean, I was out of AMC like when it was about 68, so it's long gone for me. But I
Yeah.
feel like insulted by this. Like, what?
Yeah.
You know, what are you trying to? How stupid do you think I am?
It's a bit
It's kind of
embarrassing.
insulting. Well, it is
Yeah.
insulting.
Right. It's a bit
It is. But
embarrassing.
this is all you got. Like, you're that broke that all you can give me is nothing. You can give me like a bottle cap. Here you go. You know, I don't have any change, but here's some bottle caps and some pocket lint.
Right. Well, I could tell you, you know, I bought one share of AMC like a couple months ago or whenever that was, because Manny was lending his share. He had one share on Robinhood, and I got jealous and I wanted to FOMO lend, so I bought a share of AMC so I could FOMO lend it, and of course it got lent out like almost immediately, so that's cool. But I have one share of AMC, so I'm holding on to it. You know, that's my ticket to financial freedom, or at least, you know, 1 foot in the ape movement to keep, you know, to make it somehow real. And I'm up like $6 on the share. So, I mean, I bought it like, it was like, I think $11 maybe. So that's good, but I'm gonna hold on to it. And so whenever they issue this ape thing, you know, I should get one ape, and we'll see what happens. You know, I can report on it firsthand, and it'll be cool. So,
and that's exactly what Adam Aron is thinking. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Give everybody one ape, and we'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it may not be worth anything.
And now we wait. We pounce, and then we wait.
I think it'll be like a penny stock, basically. I mean, I don't see how it could have it has no fundamental value. Like, and if it did, it would be discounted from, like, that's what I see. Well, I don't know if there's any history of like, oh yeah, this company has 2 stock tickers. Like, that's weird, first of all, to me. Like, why would you want it to be broken up? Like, I don't know. But like, if AMC's price is $15 and this other thing comes out and it goes up to $2, like, AMC is going to go down to $13. Like, it's going to, the market is, AMC is worth what the market, you know, is saying it's worth. That's not going to change because now we have 2 things to trade instead of one thing. Like, if they end up being equal, then the price of each will, you know, be half of whatever the stock price is now. You know, you see what I'm saying? So it's like in a weird way, it's like a stock split in that sense. Like, it doesn't really change the value. It just changed the number that you divide by. But in this case, there's 2 separate tickers, like, which is like, again, it's like weird. I don't know, why would they do that? Oh, Love Chat's here again.
Perception.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
oh gosh. Okay. Well, I said what I needed to say.
Because I got them. Yeah. Because they know, and this is like the 4th time I've said this, you know, on this stream tonight. Adam Aron knows that his shareholder base is largely ignorant, and that they don't know these differences, and that they are easily fooled by this shit, because they've been fooled for over. He's been fooling them for over a year. So, you know, like, that much is clear. I don't know how much clearer it could be. You know, so yeah.
I think also he's trying to deflect the continued pressure for share count by saying, here's your share count. It's a 1 for 1. This is how many we've got. That's how many there are. Okay, do you guys understand now?
Whoever thought of this idea is getting like extra ape shares, because it was such a smart idea. It kills so many birds with one stone. You know, it's a dividend. The apes have wanted a dividend since the beginning of time.
Marketing.
You know,
this came from the market
account. They're sitting around like, how can we do all of this with one thing for the least amount of money? And this is it. In that sense, it is ingenious. And I say that, you know, half joking, but because it's not going to do shit. We know that. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to be any catalyst for anything positive, you know, more than likely. But it has a perception. Like, what was
It
somebody?
might get pump and dumped a few times, but
You said I don't, or somebody said, I don't need the company, or what the hell was it? I don't need the company to be profitable. I just need it to appear that it's profitable, or something like that. I forget exactly what the phrase was that somebody said in the chat, but it's like I don't need to actually do the thing. I just need to create the appearance of the thing, like simulate it essentially. And yeah, that's what you have here. You have a simulated share count. It's not, and they've already said that they're only going to issue 516 million of these things. So what are you counting exactly? Like, we're only going to issue this number of these shares. Okay. So once you get to that number, that's it. So what? Like, I don't know. This doesn't make sense.
well, it's I think the whole ape share thing is like the ultimate magician's assistant.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
over here at this while the actual magic is happening. The sleight of hand is happening over here, but you're focused over there.
Yes.
So, it's definitely a distraction. It's a perception. It's high class marketing. It's really good marketing. I would say that it's marketing genius. Almost.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's very beneficial for anyone.
Yeah, right. But he knows how much the apes want this, but the problem is though, like what then, like I said earlier, it's kicking the can down the road. So what happens when, it, just like the GameStop shit, what happens when nothing happens? And maybe what you said is the answer. He'll be gone. He'll be long gone. He'll be out of this thing. He will have moved on to retirement. He will have cashed out. Whenever his shit gets vested and he can cash those shares out. I don't know though. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is can kicking. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening in GameStop right now. Like, are the GameStop apes like still all all over Ryan Cohen's ass, or whatever, so to speak, like about how how much of a genius he is. What has happened with the stock? It hasn't mooned, as they say, and it's the trading volume's lower. Is he just gonna bail too? I don't know. But remember, he bought all that Bed Bath and Beyond.
That's my expectation, is that this is like the last trick that he's gonna have. And when people figure this one out, then it's over. It's really is game over. I don't know what else they can conjure up on top of this to try to keep people holding on to the dream of life-changing money from this company that is not profitable. So, it's I don't know, but I just I feel sorry for some of the corporate people, because they're probably really reconsidering their choice of employer right now.
Yeah. Or
it's
they
P.T. Barnum. That's what it reminds me
it is.
of.
Yeah, it is. I mean, or they don't know about it and they're just like, they just go to work and like do payroll or whatever. I don't know, because remember, I don't know, like all the videos like where the ape father goes into AMC, and I mean, now we're talking about like low level employees now, I know, but like people don't care. They don't care. Like, I feel like the apes care more about the company, probably, or at least express it more than the actual employees do, because the employees, they make a living. The apes, they're gonna get life-changing wealth from this place. So yeah, they want to go to the theaters and make sure they're cleaning the aisles, and I got to go check on my company. It's not your company like that. Like, it's silly. It's just silly. Tanko Native says Adam Aaron mooned the apes. Yes, he did. And boy.
Yeah, I want an NFT that says AMC made a monkey out of me.
Yeah, right. Yep. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, what
That was it. That was all I had to say, was that I told you so. I told you he's not your friend. I told you so. And on that note, I'm going to hop back over to YouTube.
Okay. Well, thanks for popping in, and thanks for the super chat. And yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'll, catch you in the
Thank
chat.
you.
All right. So, man. All right. Most apes just want their money back. At this point, yeah, I think so. And even that now is too much to ask, probably. You can't. They thought the apes, well, and here's the thing too, right? The apes were told that they conquered Wall Street. The apes were told that they cracked Wall Street, by the same clowns that employed Jim Cramer in his bullshit locker room set on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Last year, they told them that they cracked Wall Street. Remember how the apes cracked Wall Street? And we know not to listen to that nonsense. We know that the mainstream media is full of bullshit. We know that. We, meaning the royal we, and the we as in this channel, and anybody who, thinks about shit and realizes that, yeah, it's corporate interest. There's a reason, all this kind of stuff, right? But these ape clowns, and their influencer clowns, I had Walmart on here, I guess, at one point. They don't know. They don't, like Model 3 dudes saying here, not enough years of education and whether that's because they are literally too young, or they just didn't complete a lot of education, whatever reason, or just, you could say they don't have enough years of experience in life, in business, in any endeavor, to come in and say, oh yeah, I somebody told me about AMC. I YOLO'd everything into it at the top, and by God, it's going to the moon. Well, anybody who's has any faint inkling of a clue would know that no, you're probably screwed. Somebody's got to be screwed. When people buy at the top, it's just the way it is. So, yeah, I don't even remember where that was going, but and it sort of turned into a rant, but not really. Okay, let's see what Trey. Now, here it is. So Trey has not stepped back from AMC content, by the way. I just want to say, Trey, I mean, he's full of shit, even when he talks about his own intentions and plans and what he's going to do. He is just completely full of shit, because now he's got 2 videos out. He's got an anticipatory earnings day video, and he's got, a post video. I mean, I'm going to have to take some Dramamine or some shit watching this shit. Like, this guy, he sucks.
Yabba dabba ding dong bang bang bang, baby. Today was AMC earnings. Today, Adam Aaron announced when.
If you don't hear from me for a couple minutes, I had to run to the bathroom.
pounce. Now, I got to be honest, all right? Just a couple hours ago, I made a video going over what I thought would be sort of discussed today within AMC earnings. And while there were some things that sort of came to fruition, this APE
model
is certainly a surprise. And I think many people have questions regarding APE, and I certainly do too. And I'm going to discuss sort of what these may be. But with that being said, let's get into it. The day was earnings day. We got a beat on EPS, which is earning per shares of
God, he looks like he belongs, somewhere like, I don't know. He's insufferable. He said he was gonna. He said he didn't want to live stream. He did say that, but he's making the content that everybody expects him to make, and that was his worry. I think what happened was he ran out of drugs that day. And he was like, I can't fucking do this today. Fuck it. And then, like, his dude called him, like, later that day or the next day. And then he re-upped, and now he's good again. Like, that's what it feels like to me. Like, he's so full of fucking shit. Yeah, you don't want to feel like you have to make content? Then why are you making the same bullshit content that you've always fucking made? YOLO it all in Meg L. Trey. That's what you should do. YOLO it all of it. Put it all in. Go all in.
2 cents versus expectation. The expectation was roughly 23 cents. We ended up getting a negative 20 versus negative 22 earnings per share. And we slightly missed on revenue. We missed by about $20 million, which is, in the grand scheme of things, decently insignificant, but that certainly got priced in. However, the majority of what got priced in today was not the beat. It was not the miss. It was an unforeseen circumstance, which was a special.
How the fuck do you know that? How do you fucking know what was priced in and was not? Oh, it wasn't this. It was this. You are a fucking douche. Just sit there and say that. What a fucking idiot. I can't stand this guy. I can't stand him at all. The more I look at him, the more I fucking hate him. And realize that he is a complete grifter. Yes, Trey. That's what they priced in. Because the market knows. What the fuck?
Specialty dividend. So you see, if you look at this news right here, AMC falls on plan for equity unit dividend with APE ticker. And what Adam Aaron has essentially done here is dig really deep into sort of what it is that retail investors and apes are looking for out of his company. And I think what he's come to find is that they just want something back. We as retail investors, those watching this video.
First comment has it right here. We want the MOASS. That's what we want. They want the MOASS. And see, maybe that's part of what Trey's not talking about anymore. Go the Tony D route. Oh, I don't say apes. I don't yada, yada, yada. But I hype the stock still as if I'm still ministering to the apes. If you notice, the MOASS isn't talked about much anymore because Portnoy made it up maybe. He sold, as well as Matt kohrs. Therefore, we have until August 22nd to see if there are synthetics, because if there are no synthetics, then there is no MOASS. Well, yeah, we said that last fucking year, Cyrus, okay? But because you didn't like what we were saying, it wasn't even on your radar to listen to somebody who was saying something that you didn't like. And you called us a shill and a hedgy, So fuck you, Cyrus. At the end of the day, you deserve to lose, probably. People will sell off. They already are. They already have been. I do think Adam Aaron believes there's naked shorts. No, he doesn't. I mean, he said that he has no reason to believe it. Oh, no credible reason. But yeah, he's going to believe incredible reasons. Fucking stupid. Or else he wouldn't chance it with a dividend. Chance what? It's worthless. He doesn't want to lose investors if proven there is or was no manipulation. We shall see what happens in the next few weeks. That's true, we will. Matt still has his shares. Why are you lying? He posted a video months ago saying he had to sell them. He had to sell them. He had to. He fucking had to. He had to, right? By issuing one for each shares, we won't see how many synthetics are out based on how many total APE stocks are sent out. So it's being used to recall the shares in a way. My God. You know, I'm going to go with this is a flashbang. You know, this is a flashbang. That's what this is. It creates confusion. It jumbles all the senses. Nobody knows what's going on. It's discombobulating. It's a flashbang. That's all this is. Smoke and mirrors, flashbang. Like, they don't get it. That's the point.
Video saved a legitimate company. They saved AMC. They saved the movie theaters. And I think what Adam Aaron has done is reward those who saved his company by giving.
Trey, I'm almost convinced that he believes his own bullshit. They saved the movie theaters. Without the apes, movies would have ceased to exist. Because that's where things were heading. This COVID, oh man. All right, I'm going to have to stop interrupting it. I mean, I could literally stop it after every phrase that he says because he is sweating. He has bullshit just coming out of his pores. But in the interest of time, I don't want to be on here late. I'm just going to let it go. All right.
Back. Now, this isn't the entirety. There are other things that have sort of been mentioned and maybe concerns you could even have that I've discussed on my Twitter and we'll discuss here today in the video. But let's just sort of look at what this is, right? If you look at this, AMC plans on delivering an equity unit dividend with APE ticker. It is going to be a 1-for-1 dividend, meaning for every share of AMC that you own, you will receive 1 share of APE, which is honestly pretty cool. You got to say, all right, it is legitimate. It's sick to see Adam Aaron pay homage to those who saved his company, saved his job, saved his employees, and kept a really cool piece of history alive.
Homage.
But they plan on giving you
homage.
For that.
Here's a guy with, not enough years of education. FYI. Homage.
However, there's a caveat. If you read the article, what you're going to say is Aaron said the company can authorize additional preferred shares in the future to reduce debt, make international theater acquisitions, or even pay off obligations owed to landlords. And essentially what this is saying is they could at any time give out preferred shares in the future, which is dilution. That is a very fancy way of saying dilution. And that is something to keep in the back of your mind. All right.
Who cares? It all goes to AMC's balance sheet, bro. It's all AMC's balance sheet. Just trying to get money for the company. Like what Chris said, Chris Norland.
And so with that being said, I tweeted something out.
Love chat. Wow, that was a fast one, Lynn.
I'd like to discuss this here just a bit and show you guys what I mentioned. 3 big things I think about APE. Number 1, it opens up the opportunity to see if shares are circulating that shouldn't be. We're going to discuss that. Number 2, it opens up the opportunity for AMC to make money without needing to dilute stock. And I'm specifically regarding AMC stock, okay? I'm not talking about APE. And number 3, it gives back to retail for saving the company. Now, number 3 doesn't really take much explanation, but number 1 and 2 do. You see, if there are more than 516 million shares that are owned by retail investors, I don't know how this would be regulated sort of by the DTCC and SEC and FINRA and the NSCC and all these different...
Yeah, see here. I don't know how this would be regulated. Then why are you sitting here saying that it's a real possibility that the number of shares is fraudulent? Like, you don't know how it would be regulated. I believe that. I fucking believe that. And you got thrust into this thing. He didn't think he was going to be regarded as some kind of leader, cult leader. So I can understand that. But, you have to know your fucking place. You have to know what you know and realize that there are things that you don't know. And he just said he doesn't know. I don't know how this shit's regulated by the DTC or the SEC or FINRA or somebody, one of those, SIFMA, who knows, right? Okay. That should be a clue. To me, that's a clue. When I don't know something, one of two things happens, maybe both. Number one, I refrain from really talking about it, especially in a way that makes it seem like I know what I'm talking about. And number two, I'm going to say, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't know. I think maybe this, but I'm not sure. Okay. And I'm not going to say, but I'm not sure. I don't know, but. And I'm not going to make assumptions and then stack them on those assumptions of something that I don't know. So this is a sign, really that Trey should not be doing this. If you want to talk about stocks, you want to talk about AMC or whatever, okay. But you're talking about allegations, okay? Allegations, massive allegations of fraud that has so far been unsubstantiated. The last time the other fucking dumbass company, loser company, goddamn the apes for saving these companies. Let me say, that's the miracle of modern medicine. They did something like this. It did nothing. Hasn't proved shit. Nothing changed. Literally nothing changed. In fact, the stock actually started doing worse. So, yeah. But no, we can't use that. Can't use that except when GME runs, then AMC is the sympathy move. Like, it makes no sense. It's completely one-sided, based on confirmation bias, based on nothing. And Trey, he's just not smart enough to be doing this. That's what I'm really getting at here. He's not smart enough. He's not curious enough. He's not objective enough. He doesn't have the processing power. He just doesn't. He was likable last year because he was more humble. Then he became an expert. Then he made a lot of money. Then he started looking like this. And he basically became an asshole. He became a know-it-all prick, like so many people before. And I'm not really worried. I think the market will flush him out. I think he'll get flushed down, like, whatever. Insert imagery here. But he should not. It's always been insane to me. This is particularly absurd because there's actually evidence that this is going to do nothing. Yet, here we go. Okay, sorry. I said I was going to stop.
C's. But nonetheless, if there are more than 516 million total shares that are held by retail investors and you're giving back to those who are long on the stock, you may end up seeing more overall float that circulates on APE. And this is significant. It could be legitimate proof and sort of the reason
this is legitimate proof you didn't read the fucking document. You fucking grifter. Like, seriously, dude. It says right in the fucking document that there will be 516 million shares of APE issued, period. There will not be more than that. That's from the fucking silverback, Adam Aaron himself, okay? Mustache? So, what the fuck? You're lying. Or you're misinformed. Now, I think it's the latter. I think you're just too fucking stupid to know that you have to read this shit before you come on here and act like the fucking prickhead that you are. Like, I'm losing my patience with this guy. If you can't tell. Oh my God. A disingenuous fuck. I'm trying not to stop and interrupt. It's hard.
Pounce.
I'm going to try.
When Adam Aaron says pounce, it could be that he thinks that there's the opportunity for any shares that shouldn't be around to be sort of shown, right? Is this a guarantee? No. It may not happen. I don't know, right? But it is something to sort of see as
you don't know. You can't
not
look at another
but a hope
GameStop
for sure, right? And number 2 on this list is it opens up the
Stupid.
opportunity for AMC to make money without needing to dilute stock. Now, I'm going to give you a hot take Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. We're going to find out at the end of the day. But this reminds me a lot of what happened with MMAT. Now, if you guys were ever invested in MMAT, this was a ticker that changed their name. They now go by a different ticker, but they ended up issuing a very similar dividend in which you got a stock that was separate from MMAT. And if you guys remember that ticker, it ended up going up a pretty drastic, significant amount within a couple weeks of IPO. And people who invested in MMAT were able to make a significant amount of money on that separate dividend ticker. Now, my take is this. I think, and I wouldn't be surprised if APE when it IPOs, when it comes out, when it's readily available, when you can actually trade this son of a bitch, if it goes up a lot. All right. Now,
why would it go up a lot?
I think the caveat is if they issue
what
options.
What motherfucking catalyst is there for this to go up a lot? Like, seriously. You're talking about fucking slim to none probabilities, my friend. Why, if this will go up a lot, why the fuck hasn't AMC gone up a lot? It's like, seriously. Let me talk about something that is, yeah, it's technically possible, but it's highly unlikely. And talk about it casually, as if it's some other stock. Fucking stupid.
There are options available for APE, which would not surprise me considering the fact that AMC and the meme stocks are sort of really heavily talked about. And there's a lot of sentiment, a lot of activity, and a lot of reaction that you get out of these. The market makers have options for it. In the same way, well, if APE is IPO'd, I wouldn't be surprised if
what
there's
do the
options
market
made
makers have? Oh, yeah, right, because they control the stock. That's right. Here we go. Uninformed investor.
Nonetheless, if there's that right off the bat, I would not be surprised if true supply and demand, where market makers aren't really able to twist their way around and hedge and unhedge and sell calls and sell puts to push things up and down in whatever direction they'd like. Wouldn't be surprised if it makes you a good chunk of money. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes up. Wouldn't be surprised if people put some dollars behind this in order to make some money, considering everything that's new going on. I'm not sort of trying to tell you to do that. I'm not telling you to go buy APE or whatever. You can do whatever you'd like to do at the end of the day. But that is interesting to me. I think it is going to be sort of a nice field study, you could say. It's an opportunity to compare price action and supply and demand to something we're very familiar with, which is AMC. We are very familiar with the AMC.
Yeah, you're familiar with it, but you know nothing. That's the irony. Yes, you're familiar with it, but you have no depth of knowledge. Just an endless, bottomless bag. It's like the never-ending fucking breadsticks.
Movement on a day-to-day basis, and I think you're going to be able to sort of compare true retail sentiment on two different tickers and see how they move in comparison. And I'm actually quite interested and excited to see how that goes. The last thing that's not fun to talk about is dilution. There is the chance that AMC dilutes APE, right? Could happen. I don't necessarily view this as a bad thing. It's not great for shareholders. In the immediate, you're going to see a dip. You probably see a flash up after that. That's something that typically happens with dilution is you get an immediate dip, a huge push up, and then a slow fade off of that push up. But what I'm excited about is it's a
AMC Phil. You can listen to me. We can't hear or see you now. So, but you know, people like you are the ones who need to listen, you know, and not go with some ad hominem attack, you know, somebody who's giving a different take on something that you have an emotional attachment to. So we put you in the corner, you know, and you probably already left by now. But, you know, yeah. Yeah, yes, Phil, Trey is a Trey is a clown. Yep, we agree with that.
For AMC to raise money without directly hurting those who invested in them in the first place and who saved them in the first place. Now, no matter what way you cut it, dilution isn't fun. The valuation of a company will go up, the market cap will go up, but you are sort of capping how high a stock can go without some significant fundamental improvement. And that is something to take into consideration here. But what it does do is allow them to raise money without directly hurting the first company, the real company, and the investors who first put you in the place that you are now. And that makes me happy. So with that being said, big things I'm thinking about, right? Maybe we see some dilution. Maybe we don't. All right. That's the first thing we should probably talk about. Next up is going to be opening up the opportunities to see if shares are circulating that shouldn't be. Opens up the opportunity for AMC to make that money without diluting AMC specifically. And then it does give back to retail. At the end of the day, you are getting sort of a gift in return. And I find that to be of solid value. And the last thing that I'd like to discuss is the overall chart. If you look at the chart right now, we got an immediate flush. A lot of people are thinking, what the heck?
This is solid value to trey. This bullshit is solid value to trey. I mean, what a joke. What a joke.
We missed on revenue by $20 million, but in the grand scheme of things, is that really a big deal? I don't think that's the majority of what got priced in here. I think the majority of what got priced in the after hours is very likely institutions, hedge funds, banks, whoever the fuck it is that runs these algorithms, right? What these guys are doing is saying, hey, let's sell this thing off a little bit. Let's accumulate some shares. Let's collect a little bit more of this precious, beautiful stock before it makes a decent push up based on the fact that APE could be very successful. You guys know me, all right? I've been sort of the spoil sport. I've been the party killer. I've been the class clown. I've been the blah, 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 blah. You go down the list. But this is something I'm genuinely excited about in terms of sentiment and in terms of what it can do to rejuvenate the community, bring some people some happiness.
Yes, it's gonna magically cure the inflation that makes it an impossibility for there to be enough shares. Enough trading volume to replicate what happened last year, to even come close to half of what happened last year. Yes, this is it right here. This APE stock. Chuck's asking, how are they allowed to trade this APE stock? I thought there was an amount you had to stay above, or it's back to the OTC market. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But there's some smart people here. Maybe somebody knows. But I don't know why. Yeah, and this is another question, or another thing. If these people are so sure about what's going to happen, it's not really good form. It's not good karma. It's just not good. It serves no purpose to go to antagonize people who have a different opinion and are looking at, facts and drawing reasonable conclusions. Just hold your shares until the MOASS. What are you worried about then? If we're so wrong, what is it? Bill for real hasn't posted a video today. Huh. Interesting. Neither has CSI, apparently. CSI hasn't. What about Frankie? What about Mohammed? Tanko Native. Appreciate it, my friend. Have a good night. Looking forward to your next video. If people are not familiar, go check out Tanko Native's channel. He's got an excellent channel. Talks about AMC. Injects truth into it. Talks about other stocks. Advocates making money in the market, which is the point of being in the market, and doing trades, completing trades. A trade is a buy and a sell. So check out his channel. Have a good night, my friend. Okay. But this is deep value for trey.
Bring some people some money and put the stock in a good place without tearing down those who built you up in the first place. And that's what I've got for this video. So that's about it. I know it's a 2-day upload. What the fuck am I doing? Till the next one. I appreciate you guys. Much love, like taps as always. And peace.
You're bringing in some money. That's what you're doing. You're bringing in some cash. Yeah. Probably wants to get in on that MEGL play. All right. Here's Lou. Got dumb people going to college.
What's going on, my silly little motherfuckers? All right. Lou, get some rest. Lay down. Fucking forget about everything.
Now, I know what the title is of this. AMC Ignore Ape. But this is not unpredictable. Like, at the end of the day, Lou has been consistently consistent in seeing through the gimmicks of popcorn. The gimmick of popcorn. that's not to say that he's not, guilty of other sins, but he's never been a fan of popcorn. So I'm really curious how this is going to go. I'm actually excited. Dumb people going to college.
Yeah. Listen, let me just put something here. My fucking bedroom, you motherfuckers are like, I put the post out on APE. Let me give you a quick one. I'll do a video later tonight. This is so simple. I'll put it to you in the most common man way. Ignore APE. APE has nothing to do with us. APE is an AMC invention, a popcorn invention, to APE into AMC stock, diluting it later on, not now. He'll put the vote to us, and we'll say, yes, fuck us over like GameStop. Yeah, that'll be great.
I was just going to say, that's what GameStop did. They authorized the shares up to $1 billion. Then we give you a stock split dividend. But we still got, 750 million shares or whatever that we can issue.
Exactly what they did to the fucking people at GameStop. Nah, here's the deal, motherfuckers. We're still in the same fucking thing. The street is dried up. We're good. They got it covered.
And here we go.
I don't give a fuck about that penny. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. It means nothing to me. Now, that fucking APE stock was $20. You will see the buying pressure to bring back all those shares, the callbacks. But it's not. It's not. So at the end of the day, ignore APE. It has nothing to do with us. And what are people going to do? They're going to say, well, I didn't get my APE shares. Oh my God, and start crying. Oh my God, we have to sue. We have to whatever.
Bingo.
Lawsuits lead to halts. Halts lead to delisting. And then they win as well. So what I'm telling you to do is very simple. Don't do a fucking thing. Fuck APE. Fuck APE. Fuck monkeys. Fuck orangutans. Fuck fucking dogs that look like apes. Fuck the monkey.
Gotta watch
Forget
the
about
monkeys,
it. It has nothing to do with us.
You'll get the pox. You. Yeah, I won't make that rhyme. But yeah, Chuck, that's the whole thing right there. It will prove SyNtHeTiCs because they will have to issue an APE for every share. But like we've been saying, it says right in the press release that they are issuing 516 million APEs or whatever the specific number is for the float. That's it. So, it is. It's nonsense. It makes no sense. It only proves that AMC has mega debt and can give out trinkets. In other words, like those pens with the name and phone, of the dentist or whoever, the marketing agency, the realtor, or the used car lot. That's all it is. Yeah. All it is. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a flashbang.
That penny, whether you get it or not, that means nothing. It's not going to trigger nothing. Oh, it's going to do a proper accounting. What the fuck? I can tell you this thing is oversold. Now you want to do this? When I said months ago, last year, we're going to blockchain this. This is not for us. This is for AMC to eventually convert APE into AMC shares, creating more shares, dilution later on, if we approve for it, but we're not going to be around. So at the end of the day, hey, hold on, look, this is the first APE stock right here. Fucking, I'm supposed to be fucking recovering. This shit is ridiculous. So I put it out there. Fuck APE, has nothing to do with us. Fuck zoos, fuck anything. Like I heard there's a spider monkey out there. Fuck that motherfucker too. You don't need any of this shit. Has nothing to do with us. Are you going to vote for dilution? Was I wrong on GameStop? It was like 400 million shares out there missing.
Well, you're not wrong, Walter.
We're just fine.
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
I'll talk to you motherfuckers later, all right? Go fucking eat mug somebody or something. A penny? A fucking penny? Make that shit $20 fucking dollars. And you'll see how people be like, dog, how you doing? Yeah, listen, I need my shares back. Yeah, motherfucker, I need my shares back. 1 penny? Come on. The fuck, that's the face value of the fucking stock. It costs nothing. I'm gonna take up like fucking yoga or something after this. Forget about it, means nothing. Go fuck your mother. That's it. Giant love.
Here it is. The whole purpose of implementing APE is to get an official share count. Pounce. APE means nothing to AMC except to count the shares, which is needed for the squeeze, real and synthetic. The real and the synthetic squeeze, right. Yeah, this is a bunch of nonsense in here. Bet there are no synthetics. Wow, that takes courage on here. Facts, they got to buy back all shit that they sold. Yeah, they got to buy it back with the money they collected from the sale. Got another person here who don't understand short selling. So if there are 5 billion synthetics out there between all brokers, how can they stop at 513 million? It sounds like 4.5 million won't get APE dividends. Ford GT. Doubt that that person has a Ford GT. Maybe they do. They did 3 share counts. They did share counts 3 times last year. Kept saying that they didn't find any synthetics. They didn't do it this way, which will be an official count when people start calling their brokers and say, how come I didn't get my APE shares? Me, me, me. Then the recount is triggered, as is the MOASS. No, that is stupid. Wow. Holy shit. Well, we knew that the people on here would be spewing nonsense. There's one more. There's one more. Toy Ford GT. Right. The only way you're going to get a Ford GT out of AMC is if you shorted it. Same with a Lambo. Same with a Moz, except I don't know why you'd want a Maserati. Oh, so he didn't put out another video yet. I thought he was. Well, I guess not. Oh, big time. 4 visits from the bots in one show. Damn. Hitting it big here. Yep. So, no video from Frankie. I mean, no video from Frank, no video from Crime Scene Investigation, no video from Phil. For real. Oh, but oh, that's a long stream. Look at all these streams. Market Watch. Wow, he streamed the whole fucking market, plus pre-market and post-market. At least some of it. He did it. Claybro streamed the, well, I guess that was recently, 56 minutes ago. Earnings call. Andrew No Money did. Trading with emotion. I still don't get it. Trading with emotions. Yeah, trading by bag holding. Matt kohrs has it. Oh, he explains it. Oh, yeah, here it is. He has the earnings call. Beginner trading. Beginner trading. At least that one is like putting it all out there. Benzanga did. Pounce is a dividend confirmed. Astro streamed it. Oh, of course, Shark the Vix did. Oh, Lou. Or Al. 100K still possible. He's the only fuck. Thomas James is the only asshole who after this today is talking about $100,000. I mean, give me a fucking break. Give me a motherfucking break. According to them, it will show that there are more shares out there because those naked shares won't have this APE dividend. That's what I've seen on Twitter, right? But the thing is, like we've mentioned before you joined us here, likely, you know, if you bought if your share was sold by a short seller to you, which you don't know, it's no difference to the end user, to the long hodler. That's not a synthetic share. That's what they don't understand. So it was borrowed and it was sold. Now, when these dividend or when these dividend, I was got it mixed up in my head. This one is a dividend. When they're issued, it's not going to be issued to both parties. It's not going to be issued to actually all three parties. It's not going to be issued to the original holder. It's not going to be issued to the short seller, and it's not going to be issued to all three and the person to whom it was sold. There is one dividend stock for all three of those positions that exist. And I'll be honest, I don't remember who it goes to immediately. I honestly don't remember, but I can tell you that it doesn't go to all three because it's one share. That is one share that has three positions attached to it. That's what the apes don't understand. It's really annoying. But, you know, just because you lend somebody money doesn't mean that you've created more money. Like, that's the basic analogy. I have $20. And my friend asks me, hey, can I borrow $20? I give him $20. Yeah, I'll pay you back next week. Then they go spend it, you know. They have to come up with $20, pay me back. They didn't create $20. You're not creating shares. So yeah, it's a dead end narrative. It is a dead end narrative. Tony D goes introvert to see what side opinion wins out. Ooh, I like that. Mind you, when he streamed the conference call, he was very excited about it. Really? Because, you know, we were talking about it over in Telegram, and, you know, this was afterwards. I was hearing that he was pissed about it. He was pissed. Investors short a stock are never entitled to its dividends, and that includes those short a stock on its dividend record date. Rather, short sellers owe any declared dividend payments to the lenders. The lenders. So the original position, right? So the original position, that's what I thought. That's what I said the first time I mentioned this. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, is that right? Because I remember it being a little wonky, but there you go. So the person that's lending the share out, they're going to get it because they're the one that owns the share. That's their share ultimately. It's being lent. So, you know, yeah, not everybody who has a long position in AMC is going to get one of these things. I guess that's what it comes down to, right? And it is going to be interesting. In a perfect world, it would be a catalyst, not for a short squeeze, but a catalyst for people to learn about how this shit works and how share lending and short selling work and why it's not fraudulent that you're not getting it, but how it's part of the way it works. Anyway, thanks, Manny. AMC is the biggest scam. GME stock is the only MOASS. How about no? Donahue, Phil Donahue, George. All the counterfeit AMC shares about to be exposed. There it is. AMC, we knew this would happen before earnings. And I said earlier today, you had AMC pumping. You got AMC going up. Get ready to watch it come down after the earnings. Worst thing that could probably happen is that before earnings, you get a pump, because then your risk is to the downside. If you have a dump before the earnings, now your risk or your potential reward is to the upside. And what happened today? AMC pumped on short covering, and then you had lackluster earnings, and it dumped with some weird fucking bullshit, smoke and mirror, flashbang, special dividend. I'm not going to say it because Chris asked me not to say it. He told me not to say it. I want to. All right, last video. Hey, this is Al from Boston. Let's kick it off.
Everybody, it's Al from Boston. Let us kick it off. So
let's kick it off, baby.
We have gotten some word directly
kick the song.
From,
I got my
AMC. I'm sorry, the unusual whale.
I got my boots on. I'm ready to kick the song. Just got to wait for the right moment.
From let's start with AMC.
Shit. Okay, we gotta change a potato cam here. that's not as non-potatoy as we can get legally issued.
We have gotten some word directly from let's start with AMC. I'm sorry, the unusual whales. They tweeted out, "Hey, a special dividend preferred equity has been sent out as a special dividend for AMC's preferred equity unit."
You know what this reminds me of, Model 3 dude? I mean, you know where I'm going to go with this. First they say you're crazy, then they try to fight you, and then you change, then you bring about the MOASS.
And let's go back and see how this was played out.
All right.
It's incredibly bullish. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest things that's happened to this company, I would say. There's going to be massive.
He doesn't sound like a paid shill or anything, does he? Does he? Oh, this is one of the best things that's ever happened to this guy. It's amazing. Oh my God. Like if it was a dude, I would suck his dick. Like what the fuck? You are a fucking shill saying that shit. You're a shill, a clout chaser, or just an idiot.
And let's go back and see how this was played out. It's incredibly bullish. It's amazing, actually. It's one of the greatest things that's happened to this company, I would say. There's going to be
aren't you lucky? Aren't we lucky that this happened? Let's just calibrate our level of patience. Oh, come on.
Massive losses incurred by the hedge funds. That's the first thing you need to understand.
Shit, but I missed that part.
There's going to be massive losses incurred by the hedge funds. That's the first thing you need to understand. Preferred shareholders have a priority over common shareholders when it comes to dividends, which generally means there's more, there's like a monthly or quarterly dividend of some kind, which means you can infer that, hey, a good portion of our debt's been wiped off, and it's not, it's all gone. Let's take a look a little bit more.
What? What? Did I just hear what I thought I fucking heard? And why is he talking about preferred shareholders? This has nothing to do with preferred shareholders. That says preferred equity units. The issuance only to our shareholders of tradable AMC preferred equity units clarifies who is included in our current shareholder base. But he's talking about preferred shareholders. This is the guy who is in training to become a financial securities lawyer, has an MBA, and went to Harvard. That's who this guy claims to be. And he just said that AMC's debt, it must mean that AMC's debt is wiped out. I got to go back. I'm losing my fucking mind here.
Dividends, which generally means there's more, there's like a monthly or quarterly dividend of some kind, which means you can infer that, hey,
what? I missed that too.
When it comes to dividends, you need to understand. Preferred shareholders have a priority over common shareholders when it comes to dividends, which generally means there's more, there's like a monthly or some kind, which means you can infer that, hey, a good portion of our debt's been wiped off, and it's not, it's all gone. Let's take a look a little bit.
That makes no sense whatsoever, and I guarantee I would be willing to bet, I would bet cash money right now, the number of people who have scrutinized the first minute, even just the first minute of this fuck's video and what he has actually said here. Shit, I might even be willing to bet that nobody has. This is crazy. This is crazy. You know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but this is what we do. Hyper focus on what are they actually saying? What is he saying? And is it real? Is it true? Now, if you were to believe what he's saying, because we know that this thing, they said that it's going to be issued to shareholders, the 516 million, yada, yada, yada. Okay? 1 for 1. All right? So that's all shareholders of the 516. Now, they're going to issue it to everyone. Every one of those shares will get one paired with it. Okay? All right, fine. Now he says preferred shareholders have priority over common shareholders. So now he is saying that every shareholder is a preferred shareholder. I mean, think about it. Every share is going to get one of these, and somehow that makes it a preferred shareholder. So every holder of every share will be a preferred shareholder. That's nonsense. That's nonsense with a capital N. I mean, this guy is off the fucking chain. Holy fucking shit. A bit more in depth
what it really means. So the way they have it structured, and I'm going to read out Adam Aarons' tweet, this right here. Today, we are rewarding and recognizing our passionate support of shareholders, both to our shareholders in the U.S. and internationally, with the dividend of preferred equity units that will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol APE. Okay, shareholders will receive one preferred equity unit for each company share issued of AMC stock that they own. This means that base is on that base. That means I can't. I'm sorry. My anxiety is just kicking in. This means that based on our 500.
That happens. That happens when you don't know what you're talking about. Pretend like you do. Not surprising. Can't fucking read.
16 million shares.
This is who I want representing me in a fucking court of law. Give me a fucking break. This is who I want, my fucking lawyer.
16,820, blah, blah, blah. Preferred units. Adam Aarons also added the issuance only to our shareholders of tradable AMC preferred equity clarifies who is included in our current shareholder base and provides another avenue for our investors to participate in the ongoing recovery and growth of AMC. Now, Sarah Kay, she posted also this, a show of appreciation, blah, blah, blah. They're also giving out a AMC NFT, I own APE, all 750,000 current AMC investors, Investor Connect. New members will join by 31st will be eligible to receive this free NFT to symbolize ownership of the new blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, right. We don't need you to read to us.
Let me explain what's going to happen now.
Tell us a fucking bedtime story.
Right. So we're getting an entire preferred equity stake unit on the New York Stock Exchange under the APE ticker symbol, right? So that means every swinging deck that's got shares that are either synthetic or fake, or I'm sorry, real, is going to get one multiplied by that. We'll
be issuing a dividend of 516 preferred equity units, 516 million preferred equity units. Now you just said He's literally showing on the screen the information that debunks. He debunks himself. He said, "Oh, anybody real or synthetic?" No, you're literally showing. But see, no, nobody. I can't say that. I don't know. I don't know what people think or how they interpret this. But I'd be willing to. It's just it's doubtful. Kevin says APE is already in use. I don't think it is in the U.S. I actually looked into that. I was curious myself. It is elsewhere, but not in the U.S. So there's a crypto. There's Warsaw Stock Exchange, Stuttgart Stock Exchange, Munich, Berlin, Australian, and Frankfurt, but not in the U.S. There's some other A's, Apex and APO and blah blah blah. So I think they're clear on that front. But that would have been the icing on the cake to say, oh yeah, it's going to trade under this ticker. Ticker's not available, but it looks like it is here in the United States. Now you might not be in the United States, so in that case, you'd have to specify the exchange, like US : APE. Anyway.
So you basically have two.
Thanks for bringing that up, though. Good point.
Two AMC. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you'll have an entire whole section that they have to come up with. The shorts have to come up with a share for every synthetic. So you have your shares that you purchase.
What?
And then the split. Not a split, but the folks over at the hedge funds.
He is in the fucking weeds here. He is in the motherfucking weeds. This makes no sense. He's bullshitting. He knows it because he can't even complete a sentence. This is a clear sign. This is a sign of a grifter, gaslighter, probably on the corporate payroll, potentially, possibly, as Lynn's saying. Wow, this is what is this, the fifth time we got sex chat, love chat .xyz in here. Holy shit! What the fuck? I'm going to have to pop over there. Somebody's looking for something on the side, apparently. But, man, what an idiot. What a complete... I mean, the fact that people believe this and listen to this and whatnot, that's shocking. But, What's even more brazen is that he thinks that people are just going to eat it up, and they do, which is crazy. But anyway, what's up, Lord? Lord Nemesis is here. AMC Entertainment declares 1 cent dividend, 1 cent per share special dividend. That's a fun way to put it, isn't it? How are short sellers going to dish out that 1 cent dividend? Oh, they just made $2 plus after hours. I hate this company more and more every day. AMC is just banking on the fact that they have a bunch of ignorant investors who care more about market hype than actual company performance. That is exactly what we said. Adam Aron and AMC know that most of their shareholder base are ignorant, first-time investors who eat this shit up. They get confused by the flashbang. They can't see, they can't hear. Well, they can feel, though. They can definitely feel. And it's confusing. It's disingenuous, but they eat it up because it's confusing. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And like Lynn said, it's a scam. Does it qualify as a scam? You know, I don't know, but bullshit. Wow, just nonsense. Crazy. Okay. Whew, man. Oh my God. Preferred stock dividend.
The split, not a split, but the folks over at the hedge funds would have to come up with all the fake shares as well as the other ones, the ones that have they've shorted. That's basically having a double portfolio.
How? Why? I mean, no. It says right here, you're still showing on the screen information that debunks whatever bullshit you're trying to spin here. Period. You're showing it on the screen, bro. Like, you're an idiot. You think people are that fucking stupid, and a lot of them are, sadly, but not all of them. Scott Allen's watching. Scott fucking Allen is watching this shit. I can see right through it. I mean, it's crazy. But assuming what he's saying is true, why would they have to come up with them? Like, why would short sellers have to come up with anything? They only have 516 million of these things to give out. So, what the fuck? Can't make any sense.
I'm not mistaken. I think I'm pretty sure that's how it works. There's just no way they can fucking recover. There's just. Do you understand what this means? Like, do you really get it? Like, imagine if you had an entire, and I think from what I'm reading, it's 1-to-1, one preferred equity unit for each company share issued of AMC's common stock that they own. So if you have 10,000 shares, 100,000 shares, you get 1 unit. You get 100,000 units of this, and that's a share in this APE ticker symbol, which is pretty incredible. Basically, they have to pay for AMC the entire float again and all the synthetics in a.
Have to pay for the entire float again? AMC is issuing it at 1 cent per share. Does he really not understand this basic? I mean, like, what are we talking about here? What? Yeah, the short sellers are going to have to pay for the whole float again. Yeah, you're going to be rich. I'm Al from Boston. Let's kick it off.
Equity.
Fuck.
A preferred equity unit. There's just no way they can recover from this. It's over. It's fucking over.
God.
Now the real game is beginning. Now you have to fucking buy as many shares.
What he's saying is that now the real grift begins. Now the real grift begins. This is somebody who supposedly has a master's degree in finance and an MBA and is in law school. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, again, like, some of these people are fucking stupid enough to believe this shit. But I'm sorry. No, there's no fucking way. This is the most ignorant take I have ever fucking seen.
You can, as soon as you can, before this thing happens, because then you can really just.
Kevin, this is not AMC stock. They're not issuing AMC stock. They're issuing something that is worthless. Okay? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't. There's no reason for it to be illegal. They don't have to ask you anyway. They don't have to ask. They can issue shares if they want to. They don't have to. They don't have to get approval from the shareholders. He is no better than the hedgies. I mean, I don't think, like, and you know, I challenge you. The hedgies are not the enemy. There's nothing wrong with short sellers. You know, but so I'd have to disagree with every part of this statement. But the main thing that I think that you need to realize is they're not issuing AMC shares. They are not issuing AMC shares. I guess in a roundabout way they are, but they're not issuing more of the existing AMC shares. They're not. So, and If they want to add more shares, they can do it. So sounds like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like. But you can't take anything, especially Al from Boston. I mean, this is garbage. This is verbal diarrhea. You know, I mean, it just is. You cannot take anything that this guy says at face value. He is fractally wrong. He's wrong about everything that he is saying. This is all 100% wrong. You're not selling? Oh, well, we got an ape here. Kevin, you're an ape? I'm just going to hold and keep averaging down the more it goes on sale. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Stick it to him. That's what I have to do. I've been waiting. I've had some money squirreled away for this for a while, and now I get to really stick it to Ken. So I'm going to buy as many more as I can because I want to. This preferred equity thing is huge. That's fucking massive. So I am absolutely chuffed to bits. Adam Aarons, I want to formally apologize to you for having ever doubted you.
Oh my God!
What you have done is absolutely masterful.
So it's never been clearer.
Consider going
the divergence of Al from Boston and Lou, right? Lou says this is bullshit. Fuck it. This doesn't matter, which we actually agree with because it doesn't. It does nothing. All it does is show that this company is probably on one of its last legs. Maybe it has 4. Maybe it's a 4-legged friend. But this is not something that a successful company has to resort to, number one. So that's what Lou's saying. Al's saying, wow, Adam Aarons. He doesn't even know the guy's name. Adam Aarons, I had to apologize to you for doubting you. You know, you're a genius. And Lou's like, yeah, I've never trusted popcorn, which is exactly what I said he would say. So they used to be like pretty in line. And Al would sing the praises of Lou. Not anymore. I'm going to go find that stream and we'll end on that. I do want to capture that. I do want to capture Tony liking the dividends.
Units that way,
see what happens.
Split, because we also
see what he says going forward. Okay,
is absolutely masterful. I didn't even consider going the equity route and having the preferred units that way instead of doing the stock split, because we also saw what happened with GME, and that's just absolutely tremendous. It really is, and it's incredible what you have done with this company, your leadership, and the fact that you have. You're forcing hedge funds to literally buy your company in terms of equity. It's just fucking
what?
I mean, really good. That's really, really good. That's really smart. So I look forward to
what's not smart?
The rest of this during
what's not smart at all? Your Al's take on this? Wow, this is the worst. This is the absolute worst. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around what he is saying. It makes such little sense. Let's see. What price do you expect tomorrow? I have no idea. There you go. $15. Manny says $15. That works for me. I don't know, and I don't care. None of these grifters have given a price target for tomorrow. Or for the short term anyway, because we're always waiting for the MOASS. You know, we don't want $15, $20.
Right now, let's continue to have this discussion. I'll put out another video after the call and see what else is going on over there. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much, everybody. Al from Boston signing out. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Let's see. Let's see here. I think it's the one that I just saw there. Nando 390. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome. I like your point of view because these hype YouTubers are suspect now. Well, I'll tell you, or have been suspect for months now. I was gonna say now, we've been calling him out for literally a year. So it was a lot less obvious last year, certainly. And we got called a lot of names last year. But, it's good to see people opening their minds to the possibility that these guys are all frauds. I mean, Al from Boston, you take one look at him. Take one look at it and say, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. This guy is full of shit. And there is no way that he is a legal professional. There's just no way. I'm sorry. I personally know too many lawyers to be able to say, yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely, yeah, he's legit. No, he's not. He's full of shit. He's too full of shit to be legit. Okay, what time code do I need to go to this? But I'm glad that Nando, glad you're here. Appreciate it. Let's see. Don't tell me again. I got it. I'll just scroll back. Damn it. I think it was 1 hour. What happened to it? 1 hour, 20 minutes. Found it. Al from Chunky Monkey Island. Al from Karachi Beach Hills. Karachi Hills Beach. 1 minute and 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yikes. Okay. Here we go. Now, we got to be quiet about this. Tony's liable to show up here. He knows when people are watching. He's like Santa Claus. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He has software. He has all those fancy tools. He knows when people are watching his videos and all that kind of stuff. So, just FYI, fair warning. Might show up here.
5 million less than Q4. I'm going to need to dig into the income statement.
Gatekeeper. Anybody ever been to Cedar Point amusement park here in Ohio? They would know the gatekeeper, possibly. Okay. Come on now. Probably blocked me from watching it with his fancy plugins and stuff. Okay. Oops.
To see exactly what happened.
You ever see that? Experiencing interruptions. Find out why. That doesn't tell you why. It doesn't tell you anything. Okay.
The pounce being a special dividend.
Now, I know why. I mean, it's because I'm on dial-up here. So, but with the super chat revenue coming in now, hopefully we can update this, get on to some type of broadband internet connection, and be able to do more. Boy, this is very prohibitive here. Come on, dude. What the hell? Wow, okay. At least it finally loaded the image.
The pounce being a special dividend with preferred shares, that is a hell of a pounce. That I'm happy about. That is good news. I mean, I'll dig into it and see if I can figure any way they can squirrel out of it. But that looks potentially to be a short killer. Yeah, Carl J. Look at all the shilly naysayers. That's all right. They're welcome to put whatever comments they want in. Most of them probably, the only thing they have in common with special dividend is the word special.
Oh, sick burn. Sick burn. They got to go ad hominem. Every time. They have to. Hey, you ride the short bus.
Thornbladed says, is that pOuNce a special dividend preferred equity unit? I think it probably is, Thornbladed. And if that is what I think it is,
Shawing.
A short will not be able to be issued that. They might be able to buy one, because it said something about, when I was reading through it quickly, that they will be tradable. But I don't know. We'll see. I need more than 5 minutes to read about it. Let's see if there's something else in the press release about it.
Yeah, what did KC Shaw say? I wonder. We have to find out tomorrow, because he doesn't do videos any other time of day, does he?
Manipulation.
Yeah, it doesn't say in the press release if it's tradable. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they are tradable. AMC expects the... Look at this, guys. The preferred equity unit is going to have the ticker symbol APE. APE. AMC
Shawing.
preferred equity.
Cha-ching.
Ah, I like it. Each APE unit will have the same economic and voting rights as one share of common stock. Well, let's hear what Adam has to say. I mean, it sounds pretty interesting.
Wow.
To me. This is not something I see every day. So I'm learning it on the fly as you guys are sitting here watching.
Gonna fly now.
Thorblade said, let's go, baby. Down with that pOuNce. Look at that price action. These shorts are crapping themselves. Yeah, I don't think that a short can get themselves a hold of a preferred equity unit. Only a valid shareholder can get it. And they're gonna have to pay that preferred equity unit back to the person they borrowed it from at some point.
Let's go, baby.
But if they can't get it, why would they have to pay it back? Answer me that.
Down with that pOuNce. Look at our price action. These shorts are crapping themselves. Org 19th, baby. Thanks for all you do, BRO.
Is that?
Or maybe
that sounded like Wojak. Was that Wojak? He's got Wojak on his channel.
Work sometimes. What we'll need to find out is if they can get out of it by paying the cash equivalent. In which case, who sets the price of those preferred equity units? We do. So you'll want to diamond hand those puppies too.
Wait until they get short sold. Wait until they start getting shorted, baby. It's a whole new negative MOASS, inverse MOASS.
This is going to be interesting. Media Dre saying, if that is the pOuNce, why is the stock going down? Earnings, quite frankly, revenues were lower than Q4. That's why. That is not good.
I thought revenue was up. Oh, revenue per patron. I think it was revenue per patron was up, which means inflation.
There is zero reason in my mind why revenues, top line revenues, would be lower than Q4 when box office was higher. I don't have an explanation for that. That I was not expecting.
Well, probably food and beverage, something. Yeah, I know. I was just kidding because that's one of the Wojak voices. Oh, Boomer. Is it Boomer? It is Boomer. I guess you're right. It is Boomer, not Wojak. It's from Wojak, but it's Boomer. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if I was a cold-blooded institution and saw that box office numbers went up and revenues still were lower than Q4,
I got my boots on.
What the fuck is going on? We got to hear what Adam Aaron has to say.
Keep on trucking.
Adam Aaron just tweeted, "Today we pounce." Well, let's see. I just type in CEO pounce. CEO Adam.
These are good times. Roll another blunt.
All right. We're going to hear more, guys, in a few minutes from Adam Aaron. So we'll get hopefully all of our questions answered. In this important tweet storm, a dozen messages explain a bold step. Oh, maybe I should get the shot glass ready.
One small step for an ape. Yikes. All right. Well, excuse me. They're right about one thing. We'll see what happens. That is true. But a lot of questions here. But the consensus here seems to be that MOASS tomorrow. Period. This is a short killer. Yeah. Let's see here. Trey said earnings good before he went on his rant. Yeah, it's like I voted for the war. I voted against the war before I voted against the war before I voted for the war. Kind of level stuff here, right? I believe a diatribe is to a person, a rant is subjective. Just burning off memory here, though. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and examining this shit with me. I have to give the worst take award on this one. Clearly, that's got to go to Al from Boston. I mean, he just butchered the fuck out of this thing. Best take on it probably goes to Lou, honestly. AMC ignore ape. I don't have a problem with that. We didn't get into Chart the VIX or TMI. Why? We know what they're going to say. We know exactly what they're going to say. It's not even worth it. It's just more trouble than it's worth at this point. Also, collectively, worst take goes to Reddit. But, I mean, look at this. I mean, Ortex, really? They put out a short squeeze signal today based on the recent price increase and the high shorting level. Irony being, what's causing the price increase? The fucking short covering. They should know that. They're literally showing that there is. Millions of returned shares every day. Yet they put out a short squeeze signal. Ortex is part of this scam. Period. Ortex is part of this grift. No question. And when we look back on this years from now, Well, you know, yeah. Ortex is part of this for sure. Anyway, if you want to have a good laugh, go over to Reddit. Or, you know, a good cry at the, you know, just the sheer ignorance that's going around in this thing. Anyway, I'm out of here. Wow, look at that, 11:59, perfectly timed. Just kind of worked out that way. Let's see. We'll be back on the stream probably this weekend sometime. If not, Sunday for futures market opening at 5 or 6 p.m. depending. We'll look at the week going ahead and have a couple more days in between now and then to see what other crap comes out from these guys. If in any case, it sure seems like we got another failed catalyst to add to. I don't want to jump the gun. You know, MOASS could be tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But if not, we'll revise this one and throw that on there. We'll shrink the GME split down and fit it in here and put that headline failed catalyst up. But in any case, that's about all. So have a good night and good day. Oh, AMC Bigums. I'm not going to do it, but you guys can. Rico. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. Have a good night, folks. Take care. We'll see you this weekend.